All right, we are live.
What's up?
That's right, we are live for Being the Asylum, episode 19. And
Yeah.
wow, what a roller coaster for pro wrestling has it been pertains to weapon all out, which we're gonna get to that eventually.
The fallout.
That's right. More like the fallout from the all out medium scrum.
Yeah,
Jeez.
man.
Well, yeah, we'll get to all that once we get to it. CJ say he'll be back whenever he can. So yes, we are here to talk about about what happened involving the medium scrum, and then what happened afterwards with the when obviously that involves CM Punk with the AEW drama with the EVPs. And some obviously get some comments that he said on there as well. And then obviously retains the decision that Tony Khan made from Dynamite. That led to it. Everything that transpired afterwards with that whole the AEW all out medium scrum debacle. We got some things to talk about as well pertains to involving WWE. And we'll talk about also pertains not just with the AEW drama with CM Punk, but we'll talk about some of the things that also involves with AEW as well. To pertains to what's going to be leading up to for their events for Ultra Stadium and where have you.
Okay.
And we'll talk about some other things too that involves pop culture. I don't know if we're going to talk a little bit of it pertains to more than one, but it depends what got lined up from the side got. We'll see. And also if we have time, we'll try to do some fun topics if we could. If there is any that I saw one of them from Omega Red, so we'll see.
Okay.
All right. So, by the way, shout out to Mrricanjay21 with that video that he did pertains to his usual videos that he's done before. Triple Threat pertains to talk about 3 topics that he talked about after watching the video itself about the 3 subjects that he talked about. One that involving about No Way Home of pertains to Spider-Man, where some parts that I didn't know that was supposed to be in there pertains to for that movie, which it to me it is kind of disappointing too because of the interaction, other than the one that that really grind my gears, with the whole thing with Tobey Maguire getting stabbed, which I lost my mind. I lost my mind on there when I saw that. But and then with the whole thing of Ultimate Warrior, which by the way that's gonna be a topic too, which pertains to a certain Hall of Famer who didn't even want him to be in the Hall of Fame. Which we can't. I think we about watching the video we know who it was, but we'll get to that as well. That's also gonna be a topic too, which is WWE. But I want Miss Rick and Jay talk about first before we come up on here and talk about the subject in hand. Same thing with again with the whole medium scrum that happened with CM Punk with the EVPs and all that he name dropping in the way. So and one thing that I thought he was going to cover, Mr. Mrricanjay, what tends to what Punk said at the medium scrum, which I'll get to it when we get to it. So, that being said, as usual, we tends to open up the show here. We're gonna start off by talk about how's our day been. So, pertains to how my day was been so far. My day so far was been able to sleeping for a little bit in a way. I was not working. I didn't work today. Basically, it's a school. We're back with the whole thing of the students going back to school. You so it's one of those weeks that my schedule's gonna be it's gonna be light, which is great because I've been exhausted for the past a few months since me working during the entire summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as today was and everything, today was a bum day, so not gonna really get much into it of it in a way, but I'll be back to work tomorrow though, and just gonna just chill and see how it goes once things gets orchestrated. So, but yeah, that's basically how my day going on so far. So Jay, how's your day been so far?
Not much. I mean, I applied for a job, and I'm just waiting for a response. So, other than that, though, then yeah, nothing really happened. Yeah, nothing much.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully better luck than I've been getting, because I've been trying to get out of the same job for the longest time, but but it's whatever. But hey, good luck to you though.
Thanks, man.
But Omega Ray, if you're around, I don't know if you are around now, but if you know if you can, let us know how your day was.
McFly. Dang it. All right, here we go. Where's the Le Champion at?
They're selling the grade covers. Oh my gosh.
Well, he lost that chance. He lost.
Wow.
Not the world belt is no longer yours, unfortunately. Wait, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Omega Ray right now. He's on mute right now, so maybe he's busy doing something right now. So we'll hear from I guess we'll hear from him later. As far as CJ said he'll be back whenever he can. So yeah, I guess with that being said, we're tends to talking about the main Scrum. That's gonna be the first thing to talk about first, um, but not with just the two of us here, because I already talk about as a group in a way. So I think the thing
Yeah.
we should. So I think the thing we should talk about first is the whole thing about a little bit about WWE.
Okay.
For example, um, the return of Braun Strowman.
Yes.
So let me first say this: when
Okay.
I saw the return of Braun Strowman. Now, how it first started? How it first started was they did a fatal 4-way tag team match to determine the number one contender for the for the tag team titles against the Usos, right?
Yeah.
And look at the participants. And I see myself, wait a minute, why is New Day in it? Why is Alpha Academy is in it? And why is well, I'll get to it. I'll get to my reason why. But why is what's the tag team that Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo call himself again?
Los Lutherosos. I can't pronounce it.
Los Lotharios or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm saying I'm watching these teams. I'm like, first of all, the New Day lost against the Viking Raiders on SmackDown from the match they had, which it was a Viking rules match,
Yeah, which was actually really good.
which yeah it was. Um, you have Alpha Academy who hasn't been on a good win streak, and I know they're a tag team and all, but still, it makes no sense that they're in this match when they lost their previous matches leading up to it. And
Okay.
then Los Authorios, they haven't really done much ever since return to TV. They haven't seen them have a match. And I get yes, I know they're cousins too, and they're a tag team too and all. But they unless well, they want matches on Rain or Vin. They want matches on Superstars. It's their version of AEW Dark.
No one watches AEW Dark.
I'm just saying. But anyways, but the point, and as our Street Profits, that makes sense because at least they've been winning matches, tag team matches.
Yeah.
I get why they're in this match. Why wasn't the Viking Raiders in this one? Why wasn't Hit Row? Even though Hit Row been back for a cup of tea, at least they won a match. How come they were not in the match?
Yeah, because at least with Hit Row, like if they were to win, it would be something fresh. I mean, it'd be kind of early though, but it's something fresh.
Yeah, and I was expecting them to win. If they was going to be in it, but either way,
Yeah.
So yeah, it made no sense that New Day was in there. It made no sense at all. I'm not going to Alpha Academy because yeah, I did 'cause I think they deserve an opportunity, but the thing is they
Yeah.
haven't been on the winning streak as of late.
No, not
That's
really.
that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
And also Doris hasn't really done much.
Yeah.
So this match happening, right? I remember watching the match, and I saw the spot where they did the whole thing with someone from Los Doris. I think it was Angel Garza tagging Kofi Kingston into the match to go up against
Oh, I
Xavier
know
Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this been done before, by the way, because back in WWF on Monday Night Raw when they did the the whole football theme where it was the tag teams of Psycho Sid and 1-2-3 Kid versus Yokozuna and Owen Hart. The Smoking Guns versus the Smoking Guns, and then also another team. Oh yeah, Razor Ramon and Sario Vega. So I think it was Owen Hart in the match against Billy Gunn or Bart Gunn, whichever of the two, and then tagging in again maybe Owen Hart or maybe Yokozuna one almost that was in the match, but they tag one of the Smoking Guns to wrestle each other, basically to wrestle each other in the match. And that's what they did, and then all of a sudden they tag in both Yokozuna and Owen Hart so they could wrestle each other, and they was going to add it. Now that whole thing makes no sense either way. Even back then it made no sense on why a team is facing each other like that. It makes no sense.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I think it's stupid. And here we are in this modern era. They're doing this with New Day, except for one thing. Xavier Woods was one to lay down for Kofi to pin him, and as soon as I saw that, I like this was trash.
I was thinking that was smart.
I was like, this made no sense. And on top of that, so if let's say Kofi Kingston would have got the win on Xavier Woods, and I see myself, it doesn't make any sense because how are you gonna get a tag team title shot when you pin when you're a tag team unless unless Big E was returning? I don't what the it was driving me fucking nuts. So I'm like this lost. I mean, said this match lost its credibility. And people want to say Punk and Moxley was a finger poke of doom version of what they did from that squash they did on Punk. At least they had a match. Kofi and Xavier Woods, they were basically doing what Michaelson and Hunter did back in in '98. I mean '97.
Yeah. Well, I get what you're saying. Like, with the whole Triple H and Shawn Michaels when they did it, but I think for me when I saw it, it's like, they were already a team, so it was like, yeah, they're not really gonna fight each other. and that's the way I saw with New Day. Like with Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan, they were feuding, right? You know, they were feuding at the time, so it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, you know, when he did the whole finger point of doom, like, that was kind of stupid. Dang it. I don't know. I mean, when I saw it, because I actually saw it on YouTube, like it showed like a short of it. I saw it. I was like, "This happened." I was just laughing. It was like, well, I was thinking, what if that actually did happen? They actually did win. What would have happened?
Someone would be fired for the position of that booking.
Oh boy.
And if it was Bruce, then kick him out of the fucking door of this company. I'm pretty sure that was part of his booking.
It was great.
But then again, it won't surprise me if it was Road Dogg either, because with his mentality, wins and losses don't matter.
It doesn't. Ow.
There you go. That's my reaction to that. But so basically, after I'm watching this, so this serves no purpose, and then all of a sudden, as soon as Braun Strowman came out,
yeah, I did not. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm like, well, this is a good example of why this served no purpose, because the match itself, they made no sense either way because of who was in it, and then what New Day did, which really threw me off, and we're like, I'm not watching the rest of this match, and then they wasted this match for Braun Strowman to come out and basically bury, and I'm using the term very loosely, but which is to Braun Strowman because that's what he does. He buries people.
No, he doesn't.
He basically buried those guys.
This isn't the first time too, because I remember one time, like, I forgot, like, I think it was 2018, and like there was like a tag team battle royal or something, and like freaking Braun Strowman won it.
Yes.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
And we know what that led to.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Dang it. Give him it. But yeah. But no, when Braun Strowman returned, I did not expect that. Like, I was like, whoa. I did not expect that. I heard some things. Is like, I mean, I heard like they were they were talking. It's like, I don't know. But then like he came out, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I actually marked out because I did not expect to see that. Like, I did not expect to see Braun Strowman return and destroy the tag teams. I didn't expect that. So, I mean, that was a surprise. Like, that was crazy.
Me coming into it, as soon as I saw Braun Strowman, Triple H, you take the biggest L ever for bringing this guy back. So I guess Braun Strowman is done. I guess Braun Strowman is done controlling his own narrative, especially with him coming out there wearing, according to Rem, wearing Michael Jackson Thriller pants.
Michael Jackson, he was wearing red pants. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Well, makes sense because he was on Raw. Duh.
Oh yeah, because wearing on blue is makes sense for Sasha Banks for her hair color on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Even though she when she was on Raw, she didn't have red hair.
Well, she didn't have time to change it.
Oh my god. So yeah, Braun Strowman came out. I didn't care. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, yeah, I fucking hate you. I hate you so fucking much.
Damn, Jesus.
And good thing, it's a good thing you shave your head, your dumbass haircut that you had before he came back, because it was fucking stupid how you control. I guess that was the way he controlled his own narrative with his shit for brains that Braun Strowman has.
Wait, what haircut?
Yeah, remember the haircut he had? Did you ever see that? How it looked?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was all god awful.
Mm.
But but he shaved up now, so he's back to being the bald headed Braun Strowman that he's known for, and no, and I can't believe these fans even cheer for this guy. To when he came
Well,
out.
I mean, I'm not surprised because like I don't think anyone really expected that.
I guess.
Yeah, because it was just a surprise return. Like no one expected him to return. I didn't, so that's why I popped because you know.
Well,
Yeah.
this run this whole tag team was pointless. Because once again, you brought Braun Strowman back to bury these tag teams just for for that moment, and then he's destroying them with using different um size of ring size from there. The same old shit you've been doing with him for years, and now you're doing this with him again. Who gives a fuck?
Me, I use smart.
I'm glad we're going back to doing the same old shit with Blanche Shipman.
You know you love it. I think it's great.
So yeah, I lost interest of that match, and I definitely lost interest when he came out. Like
I'm being honest.
this doesn't make me feel any better about watching him at Raw.
Honestly, when I saw the match, like when I saw like who's gonna face each other for like the 4-way match, I was like, how are they gonna do this? Because like we've already seen New Day versus the Usos plenty of times. I mean, and Street Profits had many opportunities and they always lost. And I didn't see Alpha Academy and well actually like Alpha Academy is probably the only one I thought will probably win. But I didn't see anything for like Angel Garza and Humberto. I didn't see them winning at all. But yeah, so I didn't think it was gonna be like Braun Strowman returning and pretty much ending the match. I didn't expect that.
Neither did I, and so neither did I. And so I saw that, I'm like, well, this is why this tag match was made, because from the jump to me, it made no sense at all because of the reasons I said already.
Yeah.
But there you go. That was Braun Strowman on Raw, and
that was great.
And people thought it was great. Me, I didn't think it was great at all. I still haven't forgotten what he said all these years since the pandemic. Fuck him. And by the way, Corey Graves had to point out he's the Universal Champion. Yeah, he was one of the worst Universal Champions I ever seen during those times.
Yeah, because they never really got a chance. Like the way they booked him was really just. The only thing I liked about it somewhat was when he was facing Bray Wyatt. That was like the only thing I really remember liking.
But we're not done with it. We're not done yet with Blanchard because he's going to end up being on SmackDown too.
Yeah, he's going to be in SmackDown. Yeah, he says he's going to be on SmackDown.
Oh, joy! I can't wait to see what's next for him on SmackDown.
He's probably going to wear some blue pants.
maybe he wear blue pants. Yeah, or
if he goes to NXT, he wears rainbow pants.
In fact, wear black pants and a blue shirt to look like Michael Jackson there, and do the Wait Make Me Feel dance.
Well, maybe that'll make you like him.
and have Shanky be your dancing partner. Right? It'll be a dance. It'll be a dance off.
The dancing monsters.
Not only that, let's have Gunther out there. He could dance with them too, and with Imperium.
Whoa! What? No!
And that's like from raising the blood and the Usos. They could start dancing with them as well.
Why does the Usos and Gunther got to do with this? What? I was with you on Shanky, but like what?
Matt Riddle, let's have him go, bro. I want to dance too, bro. This is radical, dude.
I can probably see Matt Riddle doing that.
Dude,
this is radical.
Seth freaking Rollins, he could put his difference aside with Matt Riddle. He could dancing with him too.
He does.
He does all the time. Anyways, Amy Shinsuke, he does all the time too. Pat McAfee, he's always dancing. He goes on a commentary desk. He starts dancing. Michael Cole. Yeah. Of him being a
so we're just gonna have a dance party. Celebrating.
Yeah. Even Michael Cole. Michael Cole loves to dance too. He dances on the commentary sometimes when he's sitting down. He'll start dancing around because the security start dancing around. The referees will start dancing around. The crowd will start dancing around.
Yeah,
And the
so
players will
you
start
have a
dancing
dance
around.
party, pretty much.
Oh,
It's gonna
yeah,
be a dance party.
it'll be a fucking dance fest.
Okay.
Holy shit, man! But what I think is what they do with Braun Strowman? Well, since with him coming back, I think they might. Even though I don't care for it, and I don't know why I even talk about this because I really don't care. But because since I will be tuning into it and see him coming out eventually, what's next for Roman? It's gonna be Blanche Shipman, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I was thinking since he's gonna be on SmackDown, that's probably gonna be the next feud, Roman versus Strowman, which
Which one
I
will
mean,
win?
well, I mean, yeah, obviously Roman's gonna win, but I think it'd be cool since I've always felt like they always have banger matches, especially
Yeah.
2017 when they were feuding, when he was really getting over Braun Strowman.
Because
So
Roman Reigns made them. That
he pretty much did.
remember that quote that Roman said back when he returned?
Yeah, when he came back, he was like, "You ain't a monster unless I'm here," or something like that.
Like I made you, something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of true because like Roman Reigns was so hated that it made Braun Strowman over. So yeah, but yeah, okay.
All right, so that's it for Blanche Shipman. Now let's get to the in-ring debut of SmackDown of Karrion Kross.
Yes.
And
Now,
after watching this,
dang it.
with his entrance, basically it's the same entrance that I seen before where he on NXT, helping with Scarlett doing the lip singing, and Karrion Kross,
She actually sang that song too.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And the only difference is that Karrion Kross, he's good with his hair.
Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing him with hair because I was always so used to him being bald.
Me too.
So yeah. But I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine though.
Yeah. But
his opponent was Drew Gulak.
Which was like, oh, poor Drew, like you're gonna get destroyed.
Yep.
Same thing. Like, I remember oh yes, that's right. Yeah, because I remember when freaking Gunther faced him, I remember backstage he chopped him to oblivion, man. Like he was just sacking down. Yeah, so I already knew he was gonna get destroyed. All what I was thinking when I saw this is this is what should have happened in the first place. That should have been Jeff Hardy. No offense.
I was thinking the same thing too.
Yeah, but you know what? Because I've been comparing this this is pretty much the Suicide Squad movie from last year. Because the first one wasn't really that great. And Karrion Kross's first run wasn't really that great. But this reboot is looking really good.
So is that what the Suicide Squad was? When was John Cena in it? That was supposed to be a reboot.
It was kind of a reboot. It was kind of like a sequel, but really a reboot. Because it was kind of what it was. It was really good though. If you haven't seen the Suicide Squad, going with Peacemaker and them, that was really good.
Well, when you have Will Smith, doing what he did,
well,
the Chris Rock. I want to blame them for making a reboot of it. So,
yeah.
But back to what you said about Karrion Kross about and in a way that's a good comparison since to Doubting, because this is what they should have done with him all along when he first came out. In fact, not just with Karrion Kross. This could have been done with anyone else coming to the main roster where you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to change anything about these guys coming in. What it did on NXT worked, and that could work too on the main roster, which it's been proven by Triple H that you didn't have to change anything. All you have to do is just Triple H already did his job there, making these guys of the atmosphere of the entrance and the theme of what they of the characters and all that, and how basically that's why it's called develop for a reason. This was not hard to do. This is all you have to do. You should have done all along. Instead of this is a man being all petty, I didn't make this guy. I'm gonna do. We need to change something about her and him. And this is not.
Yeah, let's get rid of the hot chick and give him a helmet. Yeah.
I don't understand. And there was no need for any wearing the helmet or the spandex, making look like a reject of the Foot Clan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I think it's great.
Jeez, man. Yeah, like again, this was not hard to do. This is all you had to do on this guy. Same thing with Keith Lee when you brought him up. You didn't have to change anything about him. You could just brought him up the way you could have brought him up and not change anything about him.
Yeah.
But there you go. Karrion Kross at debut, with Scarlett being, and I can understand why Scarlett could have be there at first, because I think she was doing with something with something that happened with her breast, whatever.
Yeah, she had she pretty much popped her breast or whatever.
It was something
So
like
that's
that,
yeah.
But still, the way they treated him, they didn't have to treat him like the way they did.
Yeah, that was garbage, dude. That was garbage.
Yes.
But
there you go.
He's back and he's getting a reboot. Oops.
Not bad though. I'll tell you one thing. If you want someone to go after Roman Reigns for the title, it'll be Karrion Kross instead of Blanche Shipman. But first, he's got to go to Drew McIntyre though. I'm not saying Karrion Kross should win it or anything, because I don't think he's ready. I don't think he'll be up for it yet. But either way, but there you go. Karrion Kross, again, simple works. That's what you should have done from the very beginning. They're changing him up for the sake of changing him up.
Yep.
Well, yeah. All right. Now, Omega Red, are you available now?
What was that?
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Well, so now, hopefully CJ's in the somewhere listening. Okay, guys, now it's time. So now we got two things out of the way. It seems to WWE. We'll get to more about WWE later on, but especially you have it on NXT, which I'll get to.
Okay.
That involves pretty trashly.
Oh boy.
but it wasn't that bad. But in my opinion, I didn't think it was that bad. But we'll get to it. But now let's get to something that we want to discuss together here, pertains to the the fallout from the AEW All Out medium Scrum.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Mrricanjay talked about this already on his video, and I thought he did a great job explaining his view of it. I thought he was going to talk about this other thing too, pertains to what what CM Punk said about pertains to Coco Cabana, Scott Colton, that's his real name. I thought he was going to touch on that part of it, but I guess he didn't to touch on that part, which I will bring it up once I get to it. But basically CM Punk, after seeing how it was presented at the medium Scrum, there was no mention of Coco Cabana at all, or pertains to anyone from all these journalists. It was just CM Punk. Basically bringing up just this person. What was his name again? Nick. If anyone remembers, what was the guy's last name? Nick.
I don't remember.
Nick who? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can't remember either. But yeah, basically, he brought up some by the name of Scott Colton, which that's Coco Cabana, and that's when CM Punk was just talking to Nick about are you friends with him or something like that, and basically saying if you're friends with him then fuck you, but if you're not friends with him then we're good. So basically whoever friends with Coco Cabana, CM Punk doesn't give a shit about you, and basically because of the things that was said, which is these rumors spreading during that time when Coco Banner was not featured that much on TV anymore when CM Punk came back to pro wrestling, which was a year ago, pertains to AEW. So basically, Punk went off, not only on Coco Banner, but also went off on the EVPs, which is the Young Bucks, and I don't know if Kane Michaels included all that too, because he is also friends with Coco Banner as well, especially with their times, doing the whole chasing, Omega chasing Coco Banner, doing their they beat being the elite episodes. So I don't know if he was also including him too. But it could be possible if he was. But I know Punk is now fond with the Young Bucks too. So I don't know.
No, he's not. He knocked. Apparently, he knocked one of them out.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that too. About how that went down. So not only bringing the EVPs up, but also bringing up the Hangman, Adam Page involved as well, which tends to going business for himself during the promos on that build up for Double or Nothing, and then what pertains to some interview that Hangman was involved in, where he doesn't need to take advice from veterans like guys like a CM Punk or Bryan Danielson. Just and on top of that too, when changed to guys like Mark Henry was name dropped by Punk, Andy Malenko, Jerry Lynn. You talk about guys are ventures in the business. Look no further than those three guys as well. And you could also during our Anderson as well, and even during his time there, Tully Blanchard, where you had those guys there, that could teach these guys, what to do in pro wrestling. And I feel like guys like a Darby Allin, and and it's not even Jim Ross talked about this too, by the way. But but Darby Allin, I believe he learns that what to do and how to get over to, because he's done a great job of that. But there's some times that he will sometimes blow off Jim Ross in a way as well. But you look guys like that which is why I did name her drop down for a reason. But but name dropping guys like also the Young Bucks and who else I could put on doing that as well. I don't know. Trying to think of maybe to a degree Orange Cassidy, but then he does try to sell some whenever he's not doing it on this gimmick. But the point is, but Punk does, but I'm not saying on these names that Punk doesn't like these guys. Punk likes these guys, even Danhausen, which he put him over, and he also put over Adam Cole. He even put over MJF, which tends to him being working with a young prick like him. But doesn't just discredit him of what he does in the pertains to what he does in AEW. And
Oh, what the hell happened?
He got hacked. Oh, dang it.
John Cena kidnapped him. Well, there he is.
Yeah, sorry about that. But putting guys over like John Moxley, MJF, Adam Cole, Danhausen. But basically Punk went off on these guys like Coco Cabana because of their personal issues from the past. Putting down Hangman Adam Page, for who feel like he doesn't need to listen to old school veterans, which is why you got guys like Mark Henry, Dean Malenko, or Arn Anderson, Jerry Lynn, those guys, that they're there, even Chris Jericho to as well, to help these young guys how to get over pertains to what they can do. And I feel like these young guys feel like they just brush them off like we know how to do our own thing. We only take advice from you, which is sometimes it does work onto their degree, but sometimes people could get tired of that shit.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
But back to Coco Cabana. So Punk went off on Coco Cabana a lot more on their routines too on their past. pertains to the whole thing where he stopped being friends with him since 2013 and 2014. And I was thinking, and also yeah, and that was during, around the time where Punk was was frustrated with the company, and I don't know what was the situation with Coco Cabana during that time, um, but around that time, which tends to Punk mentioning those years, I'm saying to myself, okay, but around those years, with him, Punk being with WWE during the time, and then with him being gone from WWE, from 2013 and then 2014, and yet he stood at the podcast with Coco Cabana about airing his grievance with after what happened with WWE during his last days there, and or last years I should say. I say to myself, you stopped being frustrated during that year, but I'm like, but why'd you still agree to do the podcast with him?
That's what I was thinking, because I remember that podcast. I was thinking, like, I know you guys weren't friends, for that long, so why'd you do a podcast with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that's what as well, because they stopped, to me, they stopped being our friends around the time, when they were sent to court by Dr. Z-Pack, that's what people call him about. And I can't remember what year around the year it was. I know it was around that the time when Punk had a second fight. I think it was in 2018.
I think it was around 2018.
Yeah, had to be around there. Either in 2018 or it was in 2019, or either way, either of those two, that happened. Punk, and Coco Cabana were in court, were against the doctor from WWE, who was I don't care what anyone says, he was not a good doctor, because if you couldn't tell what was a staph infection would look like, then you don't deserve to be a doctor.
Yeah.
WWE's best doctors in the world. Yeah, of course, not doesn't doesn't complicate with this guy. And so much surprised he lost, by the way. That case against Punk and Coco Cabana, which so back to the whole thing where Punk and Coco Cabana were being sued. Coco Cabana was a victim in all this, because he was just doing a podcast, and it's not like he was he was the one upset with WWE. It was more like Punk being upset with WWE, because Punk was the one who was suffering during those times in WWE, not Coco Cabana.
Yeah.
So for so Punk basically talk about what he said at the meeting Scrum about why they're no longer friends, and then basically talk about Coco Cabana, how he shares his bank account with his mom. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I remember he said
yeah, he's like, that's the type of person that he is, that you do. You basically burying him, in a way, kind of like how anyone will bury anyone by saying, you live in your mama's basement.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much what he's trying to say there. And Barry, I doubt that already. But he doesn't. He lives in his mom's basement. But I think that's kind of strange though. But I think that's kind of strange though. I think that's strange though that he's sharing a bank account with his mom. Now I don't know I don't know what's the reason why. Unless Coco Man wants to share that information. I don't know if he feels like he wants to share that information. But either way, Punk referencing that, like, and I'll get to my if I'm on Punk's side or not on this, but then the whole thing with Punk talking about Coco Cabana about something else. Oh yeah, about that he's the reason why he got fired from AEW. That was like that the whole thing where he was on that we're not renewed, and he basically called out one of the Bucks who spread all those rumors about that Punk was the reason why Coco Cabana contract wasn't renewed, and Punk didn't care about where he works or where he doesn't work, and but he had nothing to do with it. And it pisses him off to hear the air talk about that while he's trying to give an interview about the event that he just had, and basically just and basically he just had enough. He felt like he had to defend himself because of these rumors spreading lies about Punk is the reason why Coco was not working there more because Punk came in because he knew Coco worked in AEW. He knew that where Coco worked, but he doesn't want to have anything to do with Coco after the unfortunate friendship coming to an end during that before AEW even became a thing.
Yeah.
So the way the Punk handled this, it was unprofessional of him for even doing that.
Yeah.
But I can understand why he wanted to do that. But I think it was it was not the best time to do it. And I can't believe that Tony Khan, the boss, even allowed this to even go down that way, where
That's
he could have done something to stop this whole thing.
Yeah, like you're the freaking boss, and like if you saw his facial expression, like he looked so uncomfortable, like he looked like dude, he didn't want to be there. Like it was just it looked awkward, it felt awkward, like bro, it was like, dude, you're the freaking boss, do something.
I feel like he didn't do what he had to do there.
No, he did not.
I mean, let's face facts. He knew he's coming into when he first start on to run his own wrestling business, and if you can't learn how to to handle that kind of heat, then you don't belong in the kitchen.
Yeah, man, can't handle heat, stay out of the kitchen. It's just man. Yeah, that whole thing was just really weird, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really professional. Like, honestly, I felt some like bad energy. Like I felt some negative energy with that whole thing, man. It was just bad vibes.
Yeah.
The whole thing. It was just very uncomfortable. Just I couldn't.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There was nothing about that was mentioned about Jay Lethal about him and Punk's situation.
Yeah.
Well, I think now we can put that to bed now.
Yeah.
Because we had Jay Lethal on the show too. Now I don't know if he stuck around when all this went down, but who knows? But FTR was not there, by the way. And Hangman Page was not there during that time. Because before we get to what happened afterwards, any additional thoughts about this, Jalen? About after hearing about all this, from when he first did that medium scrum.
Like I said, it was really uncomfortable. It was just like very unprofessional. And yeah, Tony Khan just standing there, just not doing anything. It's just that made it even worse for me. Yeah, it's just like I mean, I knew like CM Punk, like, he's I know how he is,
Outspoken.
but yeah, but man, it was like, dude, it was like now I understand why some people, like some wrestlers, don't even like him, because like, dude, like what are you doing? Yeah, it was just I couldn't, man. It was just too much.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't feel uncomfortable with it. Maybe to a certain degree I did, but in a way I love this. I love seeing this whole CM Punk being pissed off thing. I mean, not saying I want to see this all the time, but I think for out of the blue it's called for. But again, what tends to the medium scrum, what tends to talk about All Out, it was not the right time to do it for. And the fact that Tony Khan allowed this, it's it's very very incompetent for a boss like Tony Khan with if Triple H was involved. They say it just doesn't have like this in WWE, where it's Triple H would not allow this to happen. Not even Vince McMahon would not even allow this to happen.
No, it just would have been like on the game. Oh, stop it right now before you go to 2.0.
Or level up.
Stop before I make you maximum male model.
Oh no, yeah, because he for everything he's continuing that thing. By the way, we'll get to. I give. No, it's not for now. We're not gonna get to that. I don't really care for that. Um, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it wasn't dumb, but it was something. I'll think it was something else. But anyways, but Omega Red. Well, after hearing about all this, or before we get to what happened, after the Punk me and Scrum interview, what you thought? What's your thought about all this with Punk? What he said there.
Uh, all I gotta say is he did speak some truth, but at the same time, it was very unprofessional what he did. And as far as the Bucks go and all those guys, I mean, other than just being shocked to hear that apparently I don't even know which Young Buck it was. I heard it was one of them, but they got punched
Oh
or
yeah, we'll get
whatever.
to that. We'll get to that part too.
But yeah, all I gotta say, it's pretty crazy, and it's it's a wild time right now for AEW, the Wild
Mhm.
Wild West.
So, CJ, if you're there, any thoughts about what Punk said at the media scrum before we get to what happened afterwards?
I just think it's just a combination of either thinking he was pissed off about something and he just went off, or he was just sick and tired of all the bullshit. Because there's probably been some shit going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about. That's probably what contributed to him going off, but I don't know.
Yeah, I do agree. And I do think if Punk wanted to talk about this, it could have been done at other time. Is it? I don't think it was the right time to talk about it at the medium scrum. But then but again, it's because of who was there and pertains to be an interview because this guy Nick who done some stand up with Coco Banda at one point could something about how they don't see eye to eye, whatever. That's what Punk said, so in a way. Um, Basically that's where it came from in a way, and also um when Punk which we're gonna get to right now, with Punk saying, if you have a problem with me, you got something to say to me, come say it to me. And now let's get to that part right now. But before we do, I also want to say pertains to this whole thing where the Young Bucks and Punk not liking each other because the whole thing with Coco Banda, because because Young Bucks are friends with Coco Banda, still to this day. While Punk and Coco Banda we're not friends anymore, and it's not anyone's business why they're not friends anymore. It's obviously it has something to do with the lawsuit. That happened after when Punk and Coco Banda won the lawsuit. Well, more at Punk won the lawsuit. Because I don't know if Coco Banda this had anything to do with Coco Banda that much either. I mean, obviously it did because because it was his podcast at the end of the day. But um, but it makes you think too. And I'm not saying this is for me this is not my reasons my only reasons I should say, but it's one of my reasons. But I think to me is one of my uh real reasons of why Cody Rhodes left. Now obviously we all know the other reasons why he left. He left because he felt like he shouldn't gotten more money. He felt like he should have been the a big major star coming out of it. And let's think about this too. We also heard some rumors during the time, which ends up being true, that Cody Rhodes was not fond with the Young Bucks anymore either. Um, I don't know if it's the same goes with Kenny Omega, because again we're seeing Punk as well. I don't know if Punk and Omega has that type of hatred, than besides Omega, besides Punk and the Young Bucks, and I don't know if there is any animosity that much with Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks because it obviously has become has because of disagreements of what to do with the company that they're co-founded with each other. Um, but um, but yeah, you could say is one of those reasons too. why Cody Rhodes left, because of his ego, because I'll be honest, he does got that type of ego. I mean that promo he cut before, which says he hates losing, and which is why we saw what happened with Malachi, getting 2 wins over him, and then Cody Rhodes had to get that final win on him. Where I feel like from there, Malachi wasn't the same after that. But and other things too happened as well. Besides Malachi, where Cody Rhodes was getting was getting that that those wins out of nowhere. But I think and my and this is what I was going to bring up now. My real reasons besides those reasons of why he left, because those things are facts too about him leaving. But I think one of the real reasons he wanted to leave as well, he sold around the wall about what's going to go down. Now, would this happen if he was still there? Of course it would, because there's some, I believe there's some legit heat there pertains to what happened with the Young Bucks, spreading those rumors, lies about Punk is the reason why Coco was couldn't renew his contract, which is why he's still with them, but working for Ring of Honor. Which Ring of Honor is not on TV. They put it on there, so and basically Coco is barely you're wrestling on for AEW at this point, especially and I haven't heard anything of him wrestling on Dark. And let's face facts, who watches Dark anyways? I'm just saying. But unless they want to make a show called 0 Hour. But I digress. But anyways, but either way, it's a bad situation there. But that's basically one of my big real reasons why he Cody was wanting to leave, because he didn't want anything to do with these with the separate drama. But then again, that's just me. That's just how I feel about why Cody was decided to leave. But yeah, but there's other reasons why he left too. It was obviously because of money, and because Punk was getting more money than Cody Rhodes at because no offense to Cody Rhodes, Punk is more of a bigger star than Cody. That I'm sorry to say, but it's facts.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
So yeah, now let's get to the part where it happened afterwards, because apparently when Tony Khan was told that there was some commotions going on, he basically, so okay, this is what I heard. I don't know when it happened, but it tends to him, who was there with Tony Khan in the media scrum, either if it was with Swerve and Glory or Chris Jericho, don't know either way, but that's what basically while the media scrum was going on. Also, we heard something about the Young Bucks confronting Punk, and there was an argument going on to a point where Punk threw the first punch to one of the EVPs, and that was Matt Jackson. And then Nick Jackson, he jumped in. You have Ace Steels, who who threw a chair to I think to Nick Jackson, where to a point where Nick Jackson I got bloody somewhere from there. Kenny Omega of what I heard, the story was that Omega remove Punk's dog, I can't remember his dog's name, out of the room. Basically Omega was trying to get the dog out of harm's way as he tries to break, get involved and just break it up in a way. And then Ace Steels got to Omega. I guess he pulled his hair, and if what I heard, Ace Steels bit Kenny Omega. What the fuck? And I get Ace Steels is friends with CM Punk and all, but holy shit, like really?
I'm back. What are you talking about now?
Yeah, now we're talking about the backstage fight. That I'm basically explaining information of what I got from what happened. Again, Punk threw the first punch to Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson intervened. Ace Steel threw the chair to Nick Jackson, where to a point where Nick Jackson had a bloody eye somewhere around his eye, whatever. To later on the aftermath, I think he ended up getting a black eye. Omega got the dog all the way of Punk's dog to prevent any harmful of his pet. Because it was like a nuts. Ace Steel bit Omega in the fight and made it pull his hair to all. We had Christopher Daniels, we had Brandon Cutler, we had Michael Zawa, we had Pat Buck all in the room, breaking up the fights and all. Basically, it was a lot was going on while Tony Khan was still doing the main scrum. And when someone told him that about, there's this commotion going on, he basically, okay, whatever, and basically just brushed him out. And again, Tony Khan is being an incompetent boss here. And then the fight continue at outside where they're cursing at each other, and that's when the EVPs walked away. They walked away. Punk and Ace Steel stuck around, and that's basically it from there, from onwards into the altercation. So yeah. My thing is with this is that Punk, what he did there was not good, because you cannot be punching the EVPs like that when all they wanted to do was talk. And yes, it was good. The talk was going to lead to an argument either way, but Punk should have done that to their bosses. At the end of the day, those are their bosses at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, CJ, you take care. He's got work in the morning, so. But and then you had the Young Bucks and Omega, the EVPs, they're in the wrong here too, because in a way, because I get it. It was Punk lay out there. If you got something to say to me, say it to me. Come to my place and say it. And that's what they did. I think they should done it at a different time. Instead of while this whole media scrum was going on, because we're expecting to see the I don't know if they did or not. The Elite, if they did a media scrum interview. I don't know. I didn't bother check and see if they did or not. But we didn't get chances to but based on how I take off of it, I don't think we even see them interview, because they became the trios champion, the first ever trios champions in the AEW.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole thing was a mess, folks, and it led to suspensions for CM Punk, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa, Christopher Daniels.
I didn't even know Michael Nakazawa was there.
Yeah, he was there to try to calm things down. And Pat Buck and Ace Steels.
Yeah, man. This honestly, I think this is the best way to go. Suspending them, because this was really ridiculous, man. Like, you pretty much embarrassed, the boss, and it's very unprofessional, man. It's like, dude, this was definitely not the time and the place. Like, no, it wasn't. Like, come on.
I was amazed when all this happened. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry, but what the fuck does Colt Cabana have to do with what happened at All Out?
Yeah, all this
To that reporter who asked that question.
Yeah. And even though he asked the question, he should have just dodged it. He should have just
I think
he should have just been like, oh, irrelevant, who cares, moving on, or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was more a Punk, saying to Nick about who do stand. It was, I can't remember how it was worded, but basically, and then that's when that journalist Nick said, Scott Colton, which is Colt Cabana. It was basically more bringing up the name is what started this whole thing. So basically, this whole thing started all because Colt Cabana's name was real name was mentioned. Is what caused this whole drama in the first place. This whole drama is all because of of how Colt Cabana was not being presented on AEW television anymore, and apparently this has been a problem, because this whole thing was led to this whole fight, where after all this time with Punk being there, now it finally comes to a year later, Now all of a sudden they want to to confront Punk about this whole thing, and like it doesn't look good on both sides either way.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know. Yeah, I was just like, why is this even being brought up? Like, what's this got to do with the show, or what happened? Yeah,
think for Colt Cabana, and I'm not trying to to downgrade Colt Cabana or anything, but let's face facts. Colt Cabana and AEW doesn't mean shit. Didn't mean shit when he was. Didn't mean shit for him when he's when in the Dark Order. Didn't mean shit for him when he at all in AEW. To be honest with you,
he was literally just there.
He was just there.
He was just another indie name, he was just there.
Yes, he's a legend in Ring of Honor. Yeah, just like others have been legends in Ring of Honor, like the CM Punk, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels. You can name them all. Jay Lethal. Not saying there's nothing. There's no good appeals. Colt Cabana, because he's got that personality. He's a funny dude. I can get on why people like him. And I still like him. I like him too and all, but at the end of the day, it's Colt Cabana.
Yeah, like you said, like AEW, his run was pretty much he was just there. Like Colt Cabana and Dark Order did nothing. It was pretty much just the same. Like,
yeah,
it was just nothing.
I mean, like the theme song said, it's Colt Cabana.
Yeah, it's just Colt Cabana. Man. I didn't even know he left the company until you said that. I didn't know he was gone.
Yeah, because apparently, Tony Khan did not want to renew his contract because of him and CM Punk's his history, and just upset the Young Bucks and and the rest of his friends of Omega, the Hangman, and whoever else. I'm pretty sure the Dark Orders were also upset with this too. That they, basically, you had some of Colt Cabana's friends, trying to fight for him, like, so. Yeah, he works for Ring of Honor, which is still owned by Tony Khan. But as far as what he does in AEW, nope.
Okay, so man is back in Ring of Honor, but
yeah, which Ring of Honor doesn't even have a TV show.
No, it doesn't. Yeah,
which is why we don't see Brian Cage that much either in AEW.
Yeah,
he's working for Ring of Honor. And even with Brian Cage, who's shocked that that Tony Khan was time renew his contract.
Yeah, this whole thing is just it's just weird.
I know. But with that all being said now, and yes, with Punk, and not only Punk was suspended, but also during the fight, apparently he got hurt to a point where he's going to need surgery.
I did hear that too, that he got injured.
Yeah. So Punk is no longer the AEW World Champion, which we saw how it was transpired on Dynamite when they created this tournament. And then with the Trios Championship, we saw that how the transpired too, which changed to where there was a Trios match between Death Triangle and Best Friends, where that was supposed to be just a regular Trios match, but then because of the incident that happened, Tony Khan decided to turn that match into a Trios Championship match, and to win the vacant titles that was relinquished by Tony Khan to the EVPs because the altercations that happened from that event.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they're trying to go out the champions, which I think is a great move because Pac is now a double champion, the first ever double champion in AEW.
Yeah, he's first ever double champion in AEW. Yeah.
So, with that all being said, Jalen, any additional thoughts about this whole altercation that happened after the Punk's Medium Scrum interview?
I mean, it was just complete mess. Like, just complete mess. That's all I gotta say. Like, it really didn't need to happen.
Nope. Well, everything could have been avoided, but oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I said, CM Punk could have just avoided the question and just skip it, but he had to say something. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's and I thought AEW was gonna be different when it pertains to to the backstage stuff. I mean, we heard some things backstage sometimes, where it tends to some people like Excalibur and Jimmy Havoc had something about Layla Hirsch and what was her name again? Is it Shayna? Shanna? Basically who did a copy of Dragon Ball Z, which I thought was good. Yeah. Just to name a few. I'm not gonna go to that much, but yeah, man. I thought it would be like one of the things where all the these wrestlers in AEW will be backstage and they'll be like gathering firewoods to start a fire and then roasting marshmallows and singing "Kumbaya." That type that type of environment. But now, seeing how it is now all this chaos going on, like holy shit, man! And yes, some AEW wrestlers are feeling uncomfortable, and some of them may want to be. Of what I heard, one of them wants to nothing to do with this company now.
Yeah, they want to leave. Yeah,
that's not the type of message you want to send out there. Tony Khan, if you're not doing anything about this shit, and you said do something about this now. Saying suspend guys and stripping out the titles doesn't mean shit. You didn't do anything because you were too busy. It's like you're telling hey, keep it down. We're doing a media scrum here.
Yeah, man.
Fuck the media scrum.
You guys have to be buddies and be the boss.
And I'll say this too. Pertains to Chris Jericho, trying to keep things peace too. After we heard about this too, it's coming from me. My issues with Chris Jericho. I thought Chris Jericho, what he did there is what a locker room leader should have done. So I'll give Chris Jericho props there, man, for at least trying to calm things down after what just transpired.
Yeah.
But Omega Red, if you're there, you have any additional thoughts about this too? About this whole education that happened?
It's just a crazy thing that shouldn't have happened, but it happened sadly. Just one of those things. But yeah, it's just it's just crazy, and it seems like AEW needs to get this shit together backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, way too much drama, and at this point, Tony Khan's got to do the whole, at this point, he's got to do better as the boss, and pretty much say all you got to get along, or everybody's gonna, or some people are gonna get suspended, or maybe even fired.
Yeah, you got to put his foot down, though. And, the more I think about it, I think this is probably why Cody Rhodes left. It's probably one of the reasons.
I was just mentioning that too, by the way. It could be one of the real reasons why he left. Not just because he left because he felt like he was not getting more money and all. Maybe that whole thing that he mentioned of why he left because he felt like he should have been in a better position and you should got a big money coming out of it too. It's because he feels like it's because he was using that as a cover up for the real reasons of why he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that's just that's just me. But who knows what could be but if that is even factual or not. But yeah, as far as if that's the case for Cody Rhodes, I think it's smart on his part because with him being back in WWE now, because everyone loves Cody Rhodes coming back in WWE. I'm not just talking about the fans. Especially those type of fans that didn't care for him in the first place. But I'm talking about pertains to behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure those type of people are glad to see him back. But for most of them, it's probably for the wrong reasons because we got one of your guys from AEW. Fuck you, AEW.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people were excited that Cody Rhodes is back and not being petty about it, but I'm sure you definitely have those people too. It's like take that AEW. But yeah.
But fans like those type of fans like the too, by the way. Okay, let me see here. All right.
So what's the next topic?
All right, so now with that out of the way, I think we should continue more with AEW stuff to discuss. Hey, get out there! No, out of the garbage. Sorry. But anyways, so as far as more AEW stuff, we got to talk about Malachi Black, by the way. Of what I heard after his match, he hugged the House of Black, all the members, and blew a kiss and waved goodbye to the AEW crowds from Chicago because I think this is his swan song.
Maybe.
I think this was his current call of he's done. Maybe because again, what it tends to his mental health ish that he's going through, and also I think it's more reason than that because who knows what could be his personal reasons of why of his real life personal issues of why he wanted to leave because he's got a lot of things he's dealing with, especially what I heard about his back issues, which I'm not trying to say as a weak excuse of why he asked for release in the first place. But I think it's kind of odd that he's mentioning that even though we just saw him taking a Scorpion Deathlock from Sting, but yeah, I think I don't know if this means that he's gonna be completely gone from AEW or maybe it's just him taking the rest of the year of 2020 off until maybe he does come back. Cause I hope he does come back, because it'll be a shitty way from the lead the way he leaves, the way he lost, and then come back, and then all of a sudden things going be doing a lot better for him now. So who knows what's happening with Malachi Black? If he is gone.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about it?
Hey.
Stop.
I mean,
sorry. Go ahead.
If he does leave, I mean, that's his choice. Like I said, I didn't know about the whole mental health thing. I just know that I thought I was hearing that he wanted to leave. So, yeah. So I don't know if he does want to leave, then yeah, that's his decision. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna oh, you betrayed us, this decision.
And let's say if he does leave, because he got tired of his booking. Because let's face facts, his booking, since he lost to Cody Rhodes has not been the same.
No, I haven't.
Yes, he may have built up, the House of Black, with bringing in, Brody King and then Billy Matthews and then bringing in Julia Hart, which that took too long by the way for her to join the group. And by the time you did that already, some people already lost interest of the House of Black, and sometimes the House of Black were very on when she did join.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand how you're gonna do all this and not follow up with not capitalize on it. When you see something that's white hot there, strike while the iron is hot, and the fact you didn't do it, you basically cool them down after you did this whole thing.
Yeah.
And now he's gone. And now what you do with them now? Wait, like Julia Hart left the Varsity Blondes for nothing to join the House of Black. Brian Matthews, who's all elite, to be part of this group. We got it's gonna be left for Burger King and them to do.
Yeah, because like yeah, what are you gonna do with Buddy Matthews? Like, are you just gonna bring back this Secret No More gimmick that he was kind of having in the Indies? Like, what are you doing with him?
I don't know where they go from here is beyond me. Will they still continue the House of Black even though he's not there no more? Because the whole point of the House of Black is because of Malachi Black.
Now, the only way I can probably see them, maybe if Malachi does leave, the only way I can probably see is maybe they have a feud with Buddy Matthews and Malachi Black, since, because, since Malachi Black has to messed up eye, since, it was done by Buddy Matthews, aka Buddy Murphy, when they were still in WWE. So, maybe they can, have a feud, and that probably be the way to, write off Malachi Black. But that's what I would do at least. So
yeah. And the thing about Malachi Black, if he does leave, because after seeing how he's been booking all that and hear about asking for his release, if he does go back, to WWE, I will advocate. I advocate that he does go back to WWE, because at least he'll be book a lot better now that Triple H is back in charge, where you can continue where he left off when he got fired, with him being most of the things that he was the Dark Father.
Well, I remember when they were teasing his return, like he was like reading a book, and like it was like he was reading like some dark book and something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember like when he made his comeback, he attacked Big E.
Yeah.
In SmackDown. So there was going to be a Big E versus Aleister Black feud, but he got released before anything even happened. So.
Yep. Because plans change.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with Malachi Black. And if he does, and where mental health issues going, and if he is going through that back issue that he's dealing with too as well, where it could lead to him retire. Whatever is going on with him, I wish him but the best and hope he recovers from it.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right. So let me bring up. Hold on a second. I got to get my phone out. Okay, here we go. All right. So now we won't be doing any fun topics, unfortunately, but it's whatever. But I do want to bring up something. Let's see, is it right here or is it somewhere else? Let me double check right now. Hopefully it's on here, on this tablet. Let's see. Okay. Nope, it's not on there, but let me see if I could.
Give me a tablet. I gotta delete some stuff from my phone. It's kind of going slow. So yeah, I might get a tablet.
Oh, cool.
Miss money. Yeah. Because with this job, I hopefully get, I want to save some money to get some stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, here. Okay, I got my other phone here. So I could look it up. So I gotta go to my other account. I mean my other email to say. Okay, so let me go here now. Because we're gonna talk about right now is Jennette McCurdy.
Jennette McCurdy, okay.
Now, right. before I get to it, I'll mention this whole what's this about. It was about Jennette McCurdy's disturbing email from her late mother.
Oh boy.
Now, before I get to it, did you hear about this?
No, I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about this.
So here's what happened. Jennette McCurdy was invited to the Red Table. I mean the Red Table talk, I should say. Okay. She was with talking with co-stars like Janet Pinto Smith. Will Smith's wife. and you also have Willow Smith, and you have Andre Benfield, Norman, I mean Norris, excuse me. And basically they talk about Jennette McCurdy's memoir called "I'm Glad My Mom Died."
Yeah.
So she talks about the email that she received from her mom back in what let's see. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna read right now. So the now 30-year-old former Nickelodeon star read an email from her mother that was sent to her in 2012 after her mom discovered she was in a romantic relationship. It began, "I am so disappointed in you." This is coming from from her mom,
Okay.
and her mom said, "You used to be my perfect little angel, but now you are nothing more than a little, in all capitals, slut,
Whoa.
of of a flussy, all used up, and to think you wasted it on her horrendous ogre of a man." I'll get to I'll get to who she was talking about.
Yeah.
So let's see. I saw the pictures on a website called TMZ. I saw you rubbing his disgusting, crap, just got in the way. Sorry. This disgusting hairy stomach. I knew you were lying about Colton. I'll get to who Colton was. I had I had told her I was, this is Jane McCartney saying this to her mom. I had told her, um, basically explaining her story by way, on the show.
Yeah.
I had told her I was a friend. I was with a friend, Colton. Um, and then she added that, and then added to a list of things are, you know, that you are. Basically, more chance to her mom calling her daughter liar, uh, conniving, evil. You you look um pugler too. I mean pudgler too. I think that's what you said. Pudgler too. It's clear you are eating your guilt. Her mom, her mom went to write on that McCarty was an ugly monster, and ended on the email by asking her to, even though, after saying all that mean stuff, she's asking her to send money for a new refrigerator.
Wow. So you literally call your daughter ugly. You literally call your daughter ugly slut, but you also say, don't forget to buy me a fridge, please. Like what? Like wow. You know, when I first heard the whole, I'm glad my mother died. I was like, when I first heard that, I was like, whoa, what? But because I've heard the story, like like I didn't read the memoir, but I was pretty much watching videos about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, talking about like her life, during her being a celebrity and all that stuff. Like, yeah, I can see why now. I get it.
And Jim McCartney said that she still loves her mom and all, despite all that. But doesn't mean she had doesn't mean that she ever saw eye to eye with her mom, because of their issues. So, but as far Jen McCartney, Jenna McCartney, the way she described that and all, and then when it comes to her boyfriend, I'm trying to remember what was his last. I can't remember if that was his last name or his first name. Colton. Um, let's see, where is it? Where's his name? Colton. Oh yeah, let me just put in Colton in. Okay, here we go. Colton. Colton Tran. So that was his name. Colton Tran. By the looks of it, I'm like, he doesn't look bad. And 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 I was seeing pictures of him, without his shirt. And I see myself, it doesn't look like he's got a hairy stomach to me. But because I'm seeing pictures of them at the beach. I mean, look by the looks of it, he look like he's taking good care of himself. He's got a bit of physique. I'm not saying he's big and jacked and all. I'm just saying, but he looks basically almost like a Finn Balor in a way, but a little more muscles than Finn Balor.
Yeah, he looks fine.
Yeah, I'm like what hairy stomach?
Yeah,
maybe she took maybe it was a different picture of someone else. I don't know. Maybe I it's my guess. I'm assuming, but I don't know. Either way, yeah, that was pretty fucked up. Very cruel from her mom for even saying that. Now, as far as the mom, I don't even know how she looks, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll look at it right now. Okay, Deborah McCarty. I mean, I knew her name, but as far as how she looked, I don't recall how she looked because I don't think she was even it's unfortunate that her mom is that type of woman because she looks when she was still around because she's not here no more. She looks pretty decent to me.
yeah.
And I can't believe that's the type of mom that Jennette McCurdy grew up with to be behaving like that towards her. But with this Carly, because when she was Sam, pertains to the mom playing Sam's mom, Jane Lynch, Jane Lynch. It pertains to her character of how her mom is to her daughter Sam. She's a better mom than her real life mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I remember that episode. Yeah, when Jane Lynch was pretty much playing Sam's mom.
Yeah. To me,
yeah.
I was shocked because I wasn't expecting Jane expecting Jane Lynch to be there, to be in that episode.
Yeah, I remember watching that episode. Yeah.
And think about it, during the time where iCarly was around, there was another show that was on around that time that was very popular. I think it was, to me, honest, was way more popular than iCarly. And it's not me, knocking iCarly because iCarly was popular too, but it was nowhere near popular than Glee was on Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew Jane Lynch from Glee and the Wreck-It Ralph movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's done obviously she's done something before Glee, but still, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, there you
go. She's a better mom than her real mom. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's obviously it's just show and all, but still,
Yeah.
But
very unfortunate she had to deal with, man.
Yeah, and that's why Jennette McCurdy feels the way that she feels about her mom. And if anyone has an issue with that, to be honest with you, it should not be any of your fucking business.
Yeah, man. And you don't know what she's been through, man.
Yeah, if that's how she feels about her mom, let her talk about how she feels about her mom. That's why she wrote the memoir. That's why she published it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to buy it. You don't have to read about it. You don't have to know about it. I mean, unless if you're curious, you're a fan of Jennette McCurdy, Jennette McCurdy, you can at least try to understand, and maybe some people can relate to that.
Yeah.
Because if you're not a big star like Jennette McCurdy, there could be other people that are lower or that beneath her that are that goes to that type of situation.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it right, but that's just how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so that's that. So Jennette McCurdy, I always go to praise her and all. Not that nothing will ever change all that, because at the end of the day, she's making a difference. What she's doing. Even if she's not in acting anymore. And
Yeah.
and we go all Dan Stunner for that too, by the way, for ruining that experience.
Yeah.
That fat piece of shit. Go get all that Good Burger and Mondo Burger and catch a heart attack.
Dang. I mean, I don't blame you for thinking that way, because he was a freak, but yeah.
But anyways, oh yeah, so that's I guess the only pop culture that we can talk about from there. Now with that out of the way, let's see. There's something I want to talk about when it comes to SmackDown. I don't remember if I did. Oh yeah, there was something I did talk about SmackDown. It was Karrion Kross. But the one thing when it comes to SmackDown, I mean it's not that important to talk about, but at the same time, because it already happened. But Roman Reigns, celebration of the of being the longest reigning champion, with this being Universal Champion, and by the way, still counting after what happened Clash of the Castle, still counting. Basically, it was the whole thing with Sami Zayn and the Usos, during this whole celebration. Basically, and also not just that, but also on the same show where they were talking about Roman Reigns' entire reign from part 1 to part 5. Like, holy shit, man! I don't remember don't do this much with John Cena, but when he was there over Triple H. And,
yeah, because they're doing all the promo packages for Roman Reigns for his reign.
Yeah, like oh man, oh my god, like this is insane for for this one guy who's the head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also was they took and they referenced guys like Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales, Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Good thing they didn't mention that to the live audience. Pertains to playing the for basically playing the live audio version of it while they're showing it on Teletron, because the crowds were part boo Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all for right reasons too. But yeah, I like. So yeah, I remember doing that much when this man was around. I remember doing that much type of video montage for Bruno Sammartino or Bob Backlund or Pedro Morales or Hulk Hogan. Not even to guys like to Stone Cold, to The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like this is. But yeah, they chose what they want to choose to to present those type of people. Not even Brock Lesnar, not that I recall. Not even Brock Lesnar gets this type of video package.
No, he didn't.
And remember, he was on longest reigning Universal Champion before Roman Reigns was.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, of course, with Brock Lesnar, they really couldn't, because he wasn't there a lot. So at least with Roman, yeah, because at least with Roman, he had a bunch of matches during his time as champion. So you pretty much, they could be a package of that. Now they even mentioned, like, I remember, like, they posted something like of his hit list, all the guys he's beaten. Yeah, so.
And I'm pretty sure someone was not liking all this shoving rumors down our throats at home, and and Wrestling Otaku who wrote a song for Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he loved it.
But yeah, 17, being a goofball, which it was comical in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they introduced Roman Reigns. They finally introduced basically how Jey Uso was doing it, saying like he's the head of the table, the tribal chief, and I can't remember how she said it. Oh yeah, the needle mover. And I said, so no, he's not. Stop saying he is, because he's not. Because if that was the case, then everyone would have been back watching WWE with him being on that for that the champion for that long. But needle mover. I'll tell you who's a needle mover. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, even though I don't like him no more. Hulk Hogan was a needle mover. Stone Cold was a needle mover. The Rock was a needle mover. Bret Hart was a needle mover. Even to a degree, Shawn Michaels was a needle mover. Despite how they felt about him during that time. With all the names they do as Shawn Michaels, because of the way he was acting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's when Roman Reigns came out, and then all of a sudden it was stopped by Drew McIntyre, or should I say Drew Luger?
Oh my God.
Because and then we so happy after that, McIntyre destroying them, basically the whole thing where they're not making it to go to overseas. We're saying yeah, but also there's a real reason why. But hey, that ain't stop Soul Dakota.
Nope, it's stop the street champion. So let's go.
Oh man, so yeah, so obviously we saw how that transpired from Clash of the Castle, which we did talk about. But yeah, I thought the presentation itself with this Roman Reigns being on his longest reigning champion, Universal Champion. I thought it was well done in a way, especially with all the names they brought up of the guys that he's beaten, and since these matches that happened to it all. I like, wow, well done.
Yeah, and this is why I pretty much like this reign more than Brock Lesnar's Universal Champion, because at least for the most part, Roman Reigns was there.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't really holding title hostage. I mean, I know, now, he's, he does have some part time, sometimes he ain't there, but at least for the most part, it doesn't take like 2 or 3 months for him to show up or anything like that. So, so that's why I'm pretty much fine with him, like how he is. Yeah. So, I mean, you already know I've been praising, Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief. This has been the best version of Roman Reigns. This is the best Roman Reigns we've seen, so that's why I've been giving him a lot of praise. And I mean, yeah, I do agree that it's time for him to lose the strap, but when he does, and he will eventually, I'm still gonna say it. This is probably the best reign. This is the best title reign for the Universal Championship, ever. Easily. This is the best Universal Championship run.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna go through an entire Raw. Just bring up some things that happened on Raw. For example, the women's tag team champions. So they had their match against Papa and Niven, going by Doudrop, still by Doudrop. Like, what the fuck you ran for, Triple H? You gave Jerry his first name back. You gave Riddle his first name back. When the hell we're gonna see the Doudrop name drop array and just give her the name Piper Niven that's been trademarked since last year?
Yeah.
How long we have to wait till that happens?
Yeah, they gotta get rid of it, man.
But she's still called Doudrop, and then we still got Nikki Trash. Trash.
Yeah, I think they might change her gimmick too. Nikki, I think they'll change it.
Yeah. Obviously, you're not going to be calling her Cross, because we already got a Cross on WWE, and then that's Karrion Kross. Now I don't know if they got any ideas? Just gonna call him Nikki and basically book her as their own Daphne. By just calling her Nikki. And basically spell it in a different way this time.
Yeah, wasn't her name in the Indies like? I think she wasn't in the Indies. Wasn't her like name Nikki Glenn Cross or something? What is that?
I don't recall. If I can't remember.
I remember
to be honest.
I remember something. Yeah, maybe they can bring that name back. Maybe. I was thinking because I was thinking too. Now you mention that, since we have the Karrion Kross, I was thinking for like T-Bar, aka Dominic Dijakovic. I was thinking, since we already have Dominic, I was thinking maybe they'll probably bring back one of his old names, like, because I know his name was Donovan at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe they can name him Donovan Dijakovic or something. Maybe if they don't want to use Dominic,
or you could just call him, or you could just do the whole one name thing, Dijakovic.
Dijakovic, yeah, I think Dijakovic can work for one name.
Yeah, it depends. It depends when they decide to repackage him, but I don't know when's that gonna happen yet.
Yeah, he's pretty much still in main event, So I don't know. I have been hearing plans. I've been hearing that he is gonna get repackaged. So I'm just wondering when.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's our matter of time.
Yeah.
So, but back to Piper Niven and Nikki having a match against the tag team champions. Now, I don't remember if it was for the tag titles. I don't think it was. But they had their match and they lost. The tag champions won.
Yeah.
And then we saw them again on NXT 2.0 against Toxic Attraction.
Yeah.
I was saying, wait a minute, why are they on? I mean, I get maybe they want to change maybe change their attire, their characters from on there, and then with them losing matches where they're gonna break up, and then they go finally get Nikki away from that trash hero bullshit that she's doing, and then drop the drop name, but instead they go in there and they beat Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, I knew they were gonna have a match since Toxic Attraction pretty much cost them the NXT Women's Tag Team titles, so I knew that was gonna happen. I just didn't expect them to win.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, what was the point of having Toxic Attraction doing all that and then just having them lose like that?
Now, what I was thinking, like, I don't know if maybe Toxic Attraction might be called up soon. I don't know.
So wait a minute. So basically, you're trading those tag teams from Raw for Toxic Attraction to go to the main roster.
I don't know. I don't know. Nikki and Piper are going to stay in NXT. I thought it was maybe just for little appearances.
To me, I think they're a better fit on there than our main roster. To be honest with you.
Toxic Attraction.
No, not them. I want them to get called up. By the way, I think they should get called up because they desperately need a tag team on the main roster more than the NXT does.
Yeah, especially since Bayley, she has her own faction now. I think SmackDown could use one too.
Damage Control, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was not liking about unless the idea is to call them up, Toxic Attraction. Otherwise, this was a waste of time because you're doing this whole thing where Toxic Attraction is interfering, the tag team champions on NXT, and Katana and Kaden, where eventually it's going to lead to them be the ones to face them for the tag titles, and then they have them lose to the Raw tag teams that are not even a tag team to begin with.
Yeah. Yes,
that was right there was a fail, and you basically bury. I'm calling as they just bury Attraction right there.
I don't know.
Buried. Not completely buried, but I'm just just for that.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
they couldn't whatever. I want to move on for that now. I want to bring Mr. Grover at NXT. So yeah, the diet, which tends to you know, I can't remember the names. The ones that they took away the beards from Drake and Gibson.
Yeah, just call them. They're pretty much Kane Jr. and Stevie Richards Jr.
Yes, the mini Kane and mini Richards.
Yeah.
But they were doing the same thing again, like they did from Worlds Collide, and again, and by the way, the ones that were there, it was what's the name again?
What?
The one who's with like a lawyer or teacher look.
Oh, Kiana James.
Kiana James. There you go. Yeah, Kiana James.
Dude, did you see the freaking I think she had like a lawyer or something.
Yeah, she did.
Yo, I was like, look at her tits, man. Like, jeez, like they're out there.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? And she has some assistant with her. I can't remember who she was. To be honest,
but that was a chick with tits. Yeah, it was like
yeah.
I was like,
but and then we saw Ariana Grace. She was basically setting up some schedule. Yeah, she sent some schedule, and she looked gorgeous too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And and again, them, they're making mind their own business, talking for one another, and again, someone in the red hood showed up.
I saw that. Yeah.
Who could possibly be under that the red hoodie that's going to be eventually going to reveal himself to be part of this faction called what, Strimus or Scamp? I can't remember how it's pronounced.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. I know I was making a joke, it's Hook because the hoodie and stuff since he wears hoodies. But I don't know actually. I don't know. Maybe someone returning. Maybe it's a new guy. I don't know.
Who knows? Well, speaking of someone debuting, and the whole thing they were discussing can you how is her name again? Damn it. Kiana
James?
Kiana James. Why can't I say her name? Kiana James.
Yeah, Kiana James.
Yeah, Kiana James and Ariana Grace. I guess they talk about Zoe Stark and Nikki Lyons. So I guess they're gonna be a tag team against those two.
Maybe.
So yeah, here we go. Another tag team to have a tag team for having tag teams.
Well, you know what? At least I'll give it this. At least they're actually building it up instead of just being at random.
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah.
Yeah, because
hey, maybe it could work. Maybe it could work.
Yeah, because at least if they build it up, build them up as a tag team, showing them we should be a tag team and something like that. It's like, okay.
Oh yeah,
okay,
like they were ruining Ziggler.
Yeah, at least it was something like that. It's like, okay, at least they showed us why they're a tag team. So.
At least at least if you want to do a tag team thing where you want to do it right, do like how you did with Jason Jordan and Chad Gable at first.
Yeah, because I remember in NXT, because they weren't, because I remember Jason Jordan at first was teaming with Ty Dillinger at one point.
Yeah.
And that wasn't working out, so Chad Gable came in, and they were pretty much building it up, and then they became American Alpha, and then they became tag team champions. So do it like that, Hell, even with freaking Alpha Academy, because at first I thought I was using random tag team, but no, they actually building it up, and Alpha Academy is pretty much being good,
Yeah. So there you go. All right. So let me get to one more thing about. A few more things I should say on the show, which like I mentioned, we're still speaking of debuts. I can't wait to see this debut of Quincy Elliott.
Oh yeah,
So this video vignette, oh my god, it was, first of all, I didn't mind the him riding the that scooter cycle that was supposed to be, in the background saying, oh, it's Quincy, it's Quincy Elliott, and he's waving, and I'm saying, so who are you waving to? There's no one waving at you. What the fuck is this?
he's waving at us.
Like, no one was paying attention to him. I was watching he was waving, and I think he's blowing kisses too. Like no one's paying attention to you, first of all, because they don't know who the fuck you are.
Yes, they do. I'm Quincy Elliott.
you would think that he was in his home, just cruising around until before he then makes his NXT debut, and look, it's Quincy Elliott. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Like, none of that happened. no one can...
Look, everyone, it's Tyler.
Oh my god. But yeah, Refined Game, the Super Divas debut next week. It's finally happening. Basically the Viscera lookalike.
Yeah, the Viscera lookalike. Yeah.
Oh man. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
If he's not wearing a Bratz shirt, then 0 out of 10.
Just wait, man. He's gonna, because I remember watching when I first saw that clip on, I think it was on YouTube I think it was I think it was on Twitter. I think it was. I think that's where I saw it, where he was making his entrance. Basically he was at ringside. And then he was grinding to the ring post. Basically back that ass up to the ring post and doing what he did. Like, what the? And he gets in the ring and they start humping the ring. Like, what the? Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
He's the new Viscera, bro. That's he's the new Viscera. That's.
I'm like, what the? Oh my god!
He's the new Viscera, dude.
So yeah. Now, so get ready for that, folks. When you see him making his debut, that's exactly what he's gonna do once he makes his debut next week on TV.
Yep, he's gonna. Yeah, he should come out with the theme song. Viscera's theme song. The Love Machine. He gotta come out with that, man.
Jeez. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out, though. Now, as far as how he wrestles, I don't know how he wrestles, to be honest with you. So we'll see what his wrestling can do. But I guarantee. But what I look forward to is to see those crowds, eating this up like they eat up with this New Day crap.
I think it's great.
Jeez. Hey, it might get over than the whole Sesame.
Oh, no.
But anyways, another thing I want to talk about on NXT 2.0 was pretty trashly. Now, first of all, they talk about the tag team titles that they got there and all, and then also looks great, but yeah, and also we had Trash Wrestling showing up.
Oh,
but she didn't irritate me that much though.
Yeah, just giving them congratulations,
Yeah. So basically, I guess it was something about facing the Creed brothers, because I wasn't really paying attention that much because I was mostly testing with something. But basically, Pretty Deadly was upset, and they're like, all right, I see some seriousness from these guys. And they stormed off, with the tag belts, and then they have Last Legend hold on to those great looking NXT UK tag belts.
Yeah, Last Legend look good with those titles.
Oh man, it did look on her. I'll say that. Even though she's in that not in that league of or in that division. I should say that's what I meant to say. The division. I'm not saying not in that league. But so yeah, they're basically walking around and they met up with Gallus. Yeah, and I'll get to Gallus too, by the way, once I get one doing the and they basically they're carrying themselves very seriously. Despite my feelings about them. And then they got to the Creed brothers, and the Creed brothers are upset. Which we'll get to them too, by the way, which is about their issues too. But basically confronted them, and they were, I'm like, all right, I'm liking this. We're pretty deadly here.
Yeah.
Now, the way they wear the outfits in the ring is it's another story, but.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good segments that were pretty deadly there. Basically building on them, or where they're not being taken seriously. And at this point, they look like they were taking on each other seriously for once.
Yeah, because pretty much like the whole thing, like they thought, since what happened at World's Flag, they thought pretty much it was just a fluke. So yeah, they pretty much want to prove to everyone's like, it wasn't a fluke. We could beat you guys.
Yeah.
So, I like that, Yeah, I like what they were doing with Pretty Deadly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what the Hunter Hearst Gayleys can do. Oh man, it never ends for me. But anyways, so let's get to Gallus. Let's get to Gallus. So Gallus, yes, that Gallus. Yeah, because they came out from the beginning of the show to interrupt Tyler Bate, but he's going to talk about his match, and basically running on him down because he let the UK down, he let the NXT UK brand down, and blah 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 blah. And I said to myself, you guys didn't win the belts. You guys didn't win either.
Yeah, I think even Tyler Bate mentioned it. It's like it's not like you won the match either. Yeah,
exactly. And on top of that, Tyler Bate has achieved and accomplished more in WWE NXT UK more than Gallus has ever done.
Yeah, I know Gallus. They have been Wolfgang and I think one of the Coffee Brothers. They were NXT UK champions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the other guy actually became NXT UK champion or not. I don't remember.
No, he never did.
No, never. Okay, because I know he faced Pete Dunne for the title.
Yeah, Dokov, he fought Pete Dunne and lost. He fought Walter and lost.
Yeah, I know he fought Walter too. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I mean Gallus. Gallus is a pretty cool faction.
Yeah, they are. But they came out looking like morons. For questioning Tyler Bate and his credibility. And I say to myself, he's not only he accomplished more on NXT UK, but he even accomplished being an NXT Tag Team champion.
Yeah, because I think he was an NXT UK champion.
Him and Trent Seven.
Yeah, and I think I could be wrong, but I think he is. I think Mustache Men are the first time, the first ever tag team to win both NXT and NXT UK tag team belts. I think they are. Yeah, because I remember they won an NXT tag team titles from Undisputed Era. I remember they won, the NXT UK titles a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, Tyler Bate, he is the first and last UK champion.
Yeah, that's one hell of accomplishments to me. To be honest,
that's one hell of a run.
More than what Gallus has done. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So and obviously this was up for the main event between because they beat up on Tyler Bate, and that's when Braun Breaker came out for Tyler Bate's aid. And then and the match was on. And the main event happened, and it was a pretty good main event match with obviously the babyfaces winning. So yeah, once again, basically making Gallus look like a bunch of morons, and couldn't back up their claims from the beginning.
We got screwed.
Yeah, exactly. And then after the match, JD McDevlin attacked both of them, but more on Tyler Bate, more on Tyler Bate than Braun Breaker, because Braun Breaker always bump into Tyler Bate because of JD McDevlin. So yeah, that's not done yet, by the way. So I guess they're gonna build a match between JD versus Tyler before he goes up against Braun Breaker.
Yeah, because he did win the number because there was a number one contenders match against Wesley and JD, and JD obviously won. So yeah.
And once again, Wesley is directionless.
Yeah, like unless they put him in the NXT North American Championship picture, I still think they're screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is, I guess. Unless they bring back Nash Carter.
Yeah, they do bring him back. Yeah.
So let's see what's going to bring up. Oh yeah, Diamond Mine. So, Damon Kemp.
Yeah, Damon Kemp. Yeah.
His reasonings of why he did what he did, I understand. Why he did what he did. Where they basically using him as a backup, in case if they need him. Basically, that's how they he was portrayed as. I'm like, wow. And I'm not trying to say anything pertains to of his nationality, but
what?
because he's
yeah.
I
get it. No. Don't play that card.
But yeah, now he's on his own, and that's why he did what he did to wait to Roger Strong, and basically giving them the Creed Brothers one last chance, to say he can do this, he could and the Creed Brothers like, thanks a lot, but but we'll keep you in mind, something like that in a way. So so basically they that's when he made his decision to do what he did. And then I think he said something about Ivy Niles. Do you remember exactly what it was?
What happened?
About
Ivy Niles.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he said about her.
I must have missed that part about what he said about Ivy Niles.
Yeah, I forgot what he said about her. I don't remember what he said about Creed Brothers and Roger.
Yeah, because the Creed Brothers were sounding upset that when he said something about Ivy Niles.
Yeah. So I may have to look back. I may have to look back what he said, but overall, like that was a really good, segment. Like good promo that he did. And I did mention that earlier, but like if you listen to his voice, like I said before, his voice did not match his body. Yeah. I remember I said like last night. It's like like if you listen to his voice, like his voice sounds kind of a little too high. I did not expect his voice to sound like that.
Maybe he was high when he was. I don't know. Maybe. But
it's not like Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Two big dudes, but like they have soft voices, pretty much. Yeah.
So we see what happens with that now. Now as far as what's Roger Strong's gonna it's gonna happen with him. If he's still gonna stick around, or is he gonna be called up? I don't know. I guess he'll still stick around. I mean he's gotta have his his match, to at least have a grudge match against Demon Keith before Kim. Yeah, for what he did. So Kim.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about time for Roger Strong to be called up because he's been in NXT since like 2017.
Since the Black and Gold era, yeah.
Yeah, since they're pretty much bringing Ring of Honor and TNA guys, so yeah, I think it's about time he gets called up. I don't know what he would do for a singles run for him, but yeah, because with the whole Diamond Mine, like at first, like when it first started, like they had I think his name was Tyler Luss, something like that, and they had Mike Malcolm Bivens, and at first I was like, I don't think this is gonna work, but once they got the Creed Brothers and Ivy Isle, and I was like, okay, this is looking much better. And, Dynamite was my favorite faction, ever since. And Creed Brothers has been my favorite tag team. So yeah, I mean, I definitely see something for like Creed Brothers. I definitely see them doing something, in the main roster if they, when they get called up. If Jason Jordan would ever return, that'd be the dream match. Creed Brothers versus Alpha, American Alpha. That'd be a dream match right there.
Yeah, man, that'll be something if Just Jordan will come back.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to see what happens. Since Nevermind is, it's kind of over. I mean, you still have the Creed Brothers and Ivy Isle together, but since Roderick Strong's out of there and Damon Kemp turned heel, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So look forward to that.
So, I gotta mention this whole thing with Meiko Satomura versus Roxanne Perez, because this was built up after what happened at Worlds Collide, where they met each other backstage and they shook hands for what was that about? And also Meiko was getting an interview, and then Cora Jade shows up, and she basically talks about how she couldn't get the job done, whatever, and some herself. Well, to be honest with you, you couldn't get the job done either. Where you had your opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about the tag team titles. I'm talking about what tends to singles titles.
Yeah.
And also, and then I can't remember what she said, but basically saying if you want to take another L, and some myself, you've been taking nothing but L's. What are you talking about? Like, I mean, you know who you're talking to, by the way. She's a freaking legend. What are you talking about taking L's? And on top of that, she wasn't the one who lost. It was Blair Davenport.
Yeah, she's the one who took the pin. Yeah,
but she still lost. She still didn't win.
I mean, yeah, but still, she didn't take the pin.
So so I guess Cora Jade made a challenge to her match, whatever.
Yeah, she did. Mako pretty much declined it.
Yeah, but instead it was Roxanne Perez instead, and I'm like, yeah, exactly, because at least Roxanne Perez is a better in-ring worker than Cora Jade.
Oh dang, come on.
Especially the last match, Cora Jade didn't look like she was didn't know what she was doing. Against someone like Roxanne Perez. So
I mean, you gotta blame Braun Breaker for that, because he was pretty much breaking her backstage. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah. But hey, I'm glad they're still continuing the feud between those two, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, because again, it's not done. It's not over yet.
Yeah, I already knew it wasn't gonna be over. And once they announced it's gonna be Roxanne Perez versus Mako, I was like, yeah, Cora Jade's gonna either cost her the match or she's gonna come after.
And she was watching, and she was watching too, by the way.
She was watching it too, yeah.
And as far as the match was, it was exactly how I expected the match was going to be. It was damn great. I think besides the main event, this was one of the best matches they did on NXT.
Yeah, it was a good match. Yeah.
I freaking loved it.
Yeah, and I think she showed some respect to Roxanne. And
yep. And by the way, that finish that she took to when Roxanne took it, she took it pretty well, and she sold it pretty well, and I'm like, wow, that was awesome.
Yeah, and then that's when Cora Jade came from behind and hit her with the kendo stick. Yeah. So I already knew the feud was going to be over. So yeah, they're still doing it.
Yeah. So yeah, can we see how that turns out? And so yeah, man, Roxanne Perez is that damn good on the ring, so like a legend in Meiko Satomura, and good that she did, because I guarantee you she's they ain't the first Japanese wrestler that she's been in the ring with. I guarantee you that, because especially with this Ring of Honor, Sumi Sakai, I think that was her name, who used to be a Ring of Honor Women's Champion on there too, or a Women's of Honor Champion, because it wasn't called the Women's Champion during that time, but what pertains to the Women's Champion for Ring of Honor, Roxanne Perez, who was Roxy, she was the first ever one, and she's a and what pertains to her, being in NXT, they allow her being called the Prodigy.
Oh, that was her nickname in Ring of Honor?
Yep. And as you saw with her against Meiko Satomura, yeah, she's indeed the Prodigy of NXT.
Yeah.
So yeah, And yeah, and see, we'll see what how the lead, how it's gonna lead on with their the Q or street fight match, which that's obviously that's gonna lead to with Roxanne Perez and Cora J.
Yeah.
But let's see. I was gonna mention something else on the show if there was anything. Yeah, this I was gonna also say too. Apollo Crews now he's got a red eye.
Oh yeah.
One red eye.
Yeah, because I remember when Apollo and Grayson was facing each other, like I remember like he got poked in the eye. And,
yeah, it was accident. At first it was accidental, but then you did it intentionally.
Yeah. Yeah, so they pretty much continue that storyline. He got poked in the eye and he got a red eye. It's like, ooh, like when I saw that, it's like, ooh, dang.
They're doing they're doing a lot more better with Apollo Crews here. Of rebuilding his career in NXT than more than he ever has in the main roster.
Yeah, I mean,
what was the Nigerian character?
Yeah, I mean, it had a good start. Like when he first turned heel, it was a good start, but
they dropped it.
Yeah, ever since he lost the title, yeah, he pretty much dropped it. Yeah,
and on top of that, I was just remembering the show at the time too, where he didn't care about the Intercontinental title, and he definitely didn't care about Apollo Crews.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely interested in what they're doing with Apollo Crews.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. By the way, with Apollo Crews, because I used to what they're doing with him right now is working.
Yeah.
But I also want to mention when Pretty Deadly was looking for the Creepers, they ran into the D'Angelo family, and they were basically having tea with them in a way, because that's basically what it looked like it was. And I guess they were insulted. I guess they were insulted in a way. Do you remember how it went down?
Well, I mean, I know like D'Angelo said something. Like I think it's because with the whole like what happened in the match,
it was a fluke win, I guess.
Yeah, it was pretty much what everyone else was saying. It was a fluke. You guys didn't really win it. Pretty much, and obviously, Pretty Deadly got offended by that.
Yeah, they did. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, that's been pretty much that was pretty much the story of tonight with Pretty Deadly. It's like people were saying it was a fluke, and they want to prove people wrong.
But yeah, that scene with Pretty Deadly and the D'Angelo family was I thought it was in a way entertaining because how the Creepers were being sort of offended that you think you think we're not good enough or whatever. Oh man, and while they were invited, drinking with them, and then in a strong way.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was good.
That was great.
But also, later on, Cameron Grimes, apparently, he was walking by again, and it's like I give you time to rethink your offer I gave you, and then Cameron Grimes like I'm gonna tell you English, and also they offer him tea, whatever. It's like the answer is still no, and then at one point he goes to drink to Stacks, and then D'Angelo Parker, D'Angelo Parker, what I'm talking about. I meant Tony D'Angelo beats him up, and basically both of them beat him up, and then put him to a table, and that was it.
So yeah, that's the next feud.
Yep, that's next feud.
Yeah, everyone wants Cameron Grimes. They want to go to the moon. That's what they want.
That moon's gonna lead him to Raw or SmackDown, because I don't see him winning against Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, because Tony D'Angelo, he ain't leaving soon. He ain't leaving anytime soon. So yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah. But as far as what happened else on NXT, there really much to talk about the show. I mean, other than maybe Nathan Frazier versus
Axiom.
Axiom. By the way, the entrance for Nathan Frazier, I thought it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, his entrance is pretty cool.
It was like, holy shit, that was pretty cool. And then seeing Amino, Aximo, I meant to say Aximo,
Yeah,
entrance. Yeah, Aximo's entrance. I like, holy shit, that looks pretty cool too.
Yeah, the whole like special effects,
Yeah, because he's a superhero.
Yeah.
Like an actual superhero, Nikki.
Yeah.
And they had a good match.
Yeah.
Now, and then follow up. To me, I'll and then follow up the match that Roxanne and Mako had, but I thought that was good too. I thought that was good.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, next week for NXT 2.0 is going to be the 1 year anniversary of NXT.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
they did mention that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's been a year since NXT 2.0 started, man. I still remember it like it was yesterday, man. When I first saw Braun Breaker face LA Knight back when it was called LA.
Oh yeah.
I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And ever since, he's been my favorite.
I remember when he came on the scene, the way he was acting, I like they basically doing a Mojo Rowley and Ryback combination thing.
He reminded me he looked like Mojo Rawley mixed with like Jason Jordan to me. Like,
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, and then to figure out that he was a Steiner was like, wow.
Yeah,
so that it makes sense. It makes sense.
We didn't know until later on that he was a Steiner, and I should have known because just look at the his the resemblance from his face. I should have known from there. Right there, it should have clicked.
And he had the goatee, and he got like Scott Steiner's voice, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have known that, but yeah, man, like he's been my favorite ever since.
He's improved a lot since a year later.
Oh yeah, man, he's been really great. He's definitely a face of NXT 2.0 for sure. Sure, bro. Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking forward to that. The 1 year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
Just one condition.
What?
Keep Bruce Pritchard locked in the fucking room and let the real NXT crew run the show, run the show.
Yeah. And I think they're also going to do a fans choice thing. I think that's what we're going to do. I think they said they're going to do something like that.
That reminds me.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes was on commentary while Trick Williams versus Ricochet had.
Ricochet was. Let's see.
I forgot about that one. That was the opener. Match itself, I thought was good.
Yeah, the match was fine.
Yeah, Trick Williams. At first I wasn't getting the appeal of Trick Williams in the ring, or him overall, but he's growing on me now.
Yeah, Trick Williams, he's pretty cool, man. He's a good hype man.
And then he lost, and then Carmelo Hayes was upset, and then Ricochet told him why he ugly. Still saying to Trick Williams why he's ugly.
Yeah, so they're not finished either. Trick Williams, I mean,
no, he didn't, folks. I was just being sarcastic. But yeah, it's I think like you said, they're gonna do also kind of voting thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, we'll see. Now, as far as Ricochet being on NXT again, I assume so. At first, I was thinking, so wait a minute, why is he there? Like he didn't get the job done, so I guess they're gonna run that back again. I guess.
Maybe.
So, but that was NXT 2.0. I thought the show itself for this week was decent. But pertains to the basically what pertains to the follow up from Worlds Collide. Yeah, not bad. I wish Mandy Rose was there, by the way.
Yeah, well, you know why she wasn't.
But we know why. She was on vacation and she did what she did with the belts. So.
Yeah.
Yes, I wish I loved, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh man, and that's one of the reasons one of the reasons why they did it, to have her Shawn Michaels moment, because that's basically what it was. That was basically a Shawn Michaels thing, which I was not fond of during that time. But
I mean, I remember I was thinking more like Stacey Keebler, like what she did with the tag team titles with Dudley Boys.
Oh yeah, that's a big, yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
I do want to say this. With since Mako Satomura being on NXT, who I want to see her in the ring. Yeah, after seeing someone like Roxanne Perez in the ring, which it was a great match they had. I would love to see Meito Satomura get in the ring with
Asuka.
Wait, who?
Asuka.
Well, if she wants to go to the main roster, or maybe Asuka, or if Asuka wants to go back to NXT, then.
Oh, you're talking about NXT? Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody NXT. Yeah, but hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that too. By the way, but what tends to make Satomura wrestle for NXT? Tiffany Stratton. I love to see that match happening.
That'd be an interesting match.
Yeah, exactly. Just to see how she could handle herself in the ring against an old school veteran.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing, it would be better than getting in the ring with Winnie Chu.
Oh boy.
Which by the way, after Winnie Chu beat Winnie Chu beat Tiffany Stratton, what happened with her after that? She haven't shown up on TV after that. Like, so what was the point of having her win over her, and she wasn't going to show up and do anything else? I mean, I don't care either way because I think the character sucks.
Unless they're building up a new character, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And I want to see Tiffany Stratton too. By the way, come on, I tuned back on NXT 2.0 for a reason. I want to see Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, we all want to see Tiffany Stratton. Yeah.
Where is she? She's recovering from her match on Smart.
She's probably going shopping or something. Shopping.
Maybe. Or playing tennis, but more like shopping. Yeah, because that's what she loves to do. That's the type of woman that she is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see. If we could do this good thing about the 1 year anniversary of NXT 2.0, you gotta include her in there.
Yeah, you gotta put Tiffany.
I don't care if you have her doing segments, as long as I see how whatever outfit she's wearing, which is going to be a banger of an outfit that she's going to wear. Just have her on there.
Yeah.
But there you go. But yeah, as far as NXT was damn good. I thought it was a decent show for this week.
That's pretty good.
And now and they gotta go all out for next week's show because it's 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, man.
So that being said, I don't know if Omega Red's gonna be available to do a live reaction. If he's not, then I'll do it. If I'm not working, if I'm not working, I'll do it.
Okay.
But either way, we gotta do either way we gotta do a watch along for that one.
Yeah, man.
Just for the fact that how a year later has changed, with things being different now.
Yeah, man.
All right. I think there's some other things I want to bring up too with WWE. For example, the WWE draft. I thought Triple H. It's old news and all that, but I thought we should bring it up because it's warm for because people thought it was going to be happening sometime on this year. Like because we're getting close to to the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And Triple H decided we're not doing it this year. We're going to wait until WrestleMania, which good. That's how.
That's a good idea.
That's how you're supposed to do it in the first place because that's how they did before.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Because doing it before Survivor Series makes no sense because you're supposed to be building up those that are already on the shows of Raw and SmackDown, and if you do it before Survivor Series, where you got these people saying our Raw guys gonna kick your SmackDown guys' ass, and so but you were just drafted, you just came from SmackDown and now you're on Raw and you're saying all this stuff. Yeah, it's not gonna look good in a way.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're they're not gonna do it this year and they're gonna wait till after WrestleMania. That's the perfect way to do it, man.
Yeah,
and that's how they used to do it. So
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're doing that because I was actually expecting they're probably going to do it in October again. Which is, yeah, it's not going to work. But no, they're going to wait till WrestleMania. If that's true, then that's the better idea.
Yeah, and they still want to continue this whole Raw, SmackDown brand. Divine on the superstars, and they still want to keep the titles. It tends to Universal title, the WWE title, the Raw tag titles and the SmackDown tag titles. Which I think eventually that they will split up eventually. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but and then on
Yeah.
top of it, you got the Intercontinental title and the United States title as just secondary titles. So, but we'll see. Who knows? What they do? But either way, yeah, I think it's a good idea that they're waiting to at the WrestleMania 29.
Yeah, man.
Now, there's another thing I want to bring up. Since WWE, this also was old news too. Back in, 'cause I want to get your take on this too. Since to the certain NXT woman wrestler that basically tweeted something about Sasha Banks. Now,
Are you talking about what? Because I think we talked about it before, right?
Why you talk about it? I'm gonna look it up. The roster right now. So I
Yeah,
can't
I think
remember
that.
what it was.
Yeah, because I think you're talking about how like Sasha Banks wasn't like a real black woman or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I still feel like nah, that wasn't right, man.
And that was during the time when Sasha Banks was not around anymore.
Yeah, she wasn't there. Yeah.
Now I'm trying to see where exactly it. I gotta go to different. Okay, here we go.
Did she say something recently or something? Like
No, but I just thought I should bring it up because I can't remember her name though. That's the thing. I'll maybe look up WWE personnel.
I think her name was Amari Miller. I think.
Amari. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, maybe type it now. Amari Miller. More like I think I had it right before. Okay, no, right. I kind of I spelled it wrong. I put between the M and R. It should have been an A between the M and R. Oh, okay, here we go. What's more, Kim Spill? Shut up, shut up. I don't know her name. That's why I couldn't remember her name. But anyways, so let me see. Okay, I found her name, but let me see I gotta find the tweet now. Because I think she took the tweet down by the way, because she was getting backlash, which rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. Yeah.
Because it was a dumb thing for her to say.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, here we go. I'm gonna find that tweet right now. Okay, so WWE NXT, Amari Miller returns to Twitter after controversial Sasha Banks tweet. This is from WrestlingInc.com. And by the way, I'm sorry, she's not that attractive. I don't know why they hire her.
Oh my God, she's misogynistic.
Oh man, I'm not saying she's ugly. I mean, she looks, her face looks decent, but I don't get the I don't get the deal of her. And on top of that, I don't know how she wrestles, so I want to know because I don't know what the fuck she is. And after this, I don't give a fuck.
I don't remember because she was pretty much like a jobber, so I don't remember.
Exactly, and that's a place and that's where she remains. Because a jobber talking shit about a real major, legit star in Sasha Banks. Like, who the fuck are you?
Well, at least I wasn't a crybaby.
So, anyways, so let me see if I can find that tweet that she tweeted. Okay, let me see.
All right.
The tweet. Let's see. Okay, I thought I found it. And basically, her claim was that I didn't mean bad intentions. Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure you didn't really mean bad intentions because when Sasha Banks left and you're still in the company with WWE, you and the rest of WWE feel like they need to bury Sasha Banks for the because of her being unprofessional.
She was unprofessional.
I don't want to hear that bullshit. Oh my god. Where's that tweet? Okay, wrestlinginc.com. You suck. You even had the tweet of your on your page. Fuck you.
Yeah.
God. So maybe go back now because
Maybe Mario deleted it.
Yeah, now all of a sudden they're being incompetent.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Twitter from Fightful. Ace Fightful is a good source. Okay, it's just an apology for regarding the tweet. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything about Fightful Select though, because they're always good sources. I also not trying to degrade WrestlingInc.com because they won't give me the wrestling result, the wrestling results that I needed anymore because they feel the need to upgrade it in a shitty way. Oh my god. Anyways, let's see if I could find it here somewhere. Because I want to push. She deactivated it, but then she ends up reactivating it after that. Because again, she received a lot of backlash for that. But let's see, it's right here now. And by the way, I see how she looks by the way, her physique. I'm like saying myself, yeah, Sasha Banks got a better body than you.
Misogynistic. Sexist.
I mean, look at her body type too.
She's kind of skinny.
I mean, not wrong with her body type and all, but at the same time, like
everything.
Same time, like you're gonna call out someone and Sasha Banks. But anyways, here's the tweet. For everyone on Twitter, fully black NXT champion, and then she wrote Ember Moon next to it. I'm aware what I posted, and she shows a emoji of a hand shape of a heart, and then she says Sasha Banks is Sasha is great and a legend for sure. Let's never forget. And that was it. That was the tweet. Shout out to Ember Moon for being the first and only African American. This is following after the tweet. Shout out to Ember Moon for being the first and only African American NXT Women's Champion. NXT goal. Let's make it 2.
Wait, she still said that after that?
That's what she and just let me see the date. This was back in. It won't tell me the date. Oh yeah, because it was because it was news from months ago. But okay. Of what I'm reading here, it looked like it was back in August 11th.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a tweet around that. I'm assuming it was around that time that she tweeted that. But yeah, and she's but the way she's saying it too, by the way, to the first and only African American NXT Women's Champion, which she's talking about Ember Moon, and then her NXT goal is let's make it 2. I'm sorry, I'm sorry to say this to Amari Miller. In fact, I'm not sorry because it ain't happening because because the way you look,
I'll take Last Legend.
I will actually take Last Legend over more than her because at least Last Legend is on NXT and she's more of even though I'm not that big on her pertains to what she brings to the table in the ring, but at least she looks more and feels more like a star than you will ever be, which is why you're
Yeah,
on which is why you're still on Level Up, which a show that no one fucking watches anyways.
yeah, that's pretty much the AEW Dark, like the main event of NXT. Just no one really watches it.
Exactly. But the nerve of her saying that too, by the way, when she first wrote, when she tweeted that, uh, I mean, this was her first tweet, when she gave shout out to Ember Moon being the first and only African American women's champion, and then that's what she tweeted, everyone on Twitter, fully black NXT champion Ember Moon, and I'm aware of the post and Sasha Banks, um, it's great and legendary and all. Let's not forget that and all. But same time, I think we all know what she was doing. She
Yeah,
I don't know if there's something between her and Sasha Banks. To be honest with you, I don't know if there is or not because I doubt Sasha Banks even know who the fuck she is.
yeah,
But yeah, I know this was a month ago, but I mean a month ago, but still I thought this need to be brought up because this is so dumb of her to even tweet that in the first place. More dumb than Braun Strowman tweeting that AW is fucking threatened by controlling the narrative.
they are.
I do
Yeah,
love
that's
comedy.
gonna be AEW. Yeah,
I do love comedies, from Braun Strowman of that tweet. Yeah, AW is a fucking threat to controlling narrative. Yeah, because even when saying that because during the time when he was there, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Tony Khan is trembling in fear of the idea that Braun Strowman and Austin Aries coming for his head.
yep.
And look at that now. Braun Strowman is now gone from that company. Now back to being a piece of garbage in WWE. Not saying
Well, they
WWE's
wanted
garbage.
me to.
Not saying WWE's garbage. I'm saying he's garbage.
Dang it. Yeah, they wanted me to control the narrative in WWE. So I was like, okay.
Man, how does he look now? After being all that.
I look great. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Be quiet for we get these hands.
And now you left EC3 in the dust. Great job. What a friend.
He'll get over it.
Oh yeah, he would definitely. He'll do better without you. Because let's face it. No one's going to tune in to the way he was behaving to the fans online.
Yeah, they were.
Well, now we won't. Well, now we're gonna see a different look of it now. Now I don't know if it's going to do any better without him there, but who knows? But back to Amari Miller. Yeah, the whole thing of she meant no ill will for for that, and she apologized for that tweet. That's also comedy there too. And you know what's funny? You ain't going nowhere because you're gonna remain on Level Up.
Yep.
I'll tell you one thing. Aaliyah, even though she's not over on the roster, at least she's accomplishing more on the main roster than Amari Miller will ever accomplish on a Level Up. And let's face it, I don't think she's going anywhere anyways. So the fact that she's got to go to become the next NXT Women's Champion, even though I don't know how she performs, and I'll be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. She ain't not being the NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah, she will.
Not that tweet, by the way. And she could do a whole apologies all she wants. Ain't gonna change a thing. I don't think because look at her body type too. By the way, I don't see anything special coming out of her being the next NXT Women's Champion. With her claiming that she could be the second NXT African American to be to be champion.
Maybe Lash Legend, but not Amari.
And yes, Sasha not fully black. We get it, but to say to say that she's it's not in that category because she's not fully black, and just the fact that she tweeted that it was very tone deaf for her and dumb of her to tweet that in the first place.
Yeah, man.
So there you go. And by the way, if Trash Legend ever becomes NXT Women's Champion, I will hate it too. By the way, if she with her wrestling pretty trashly.
No, you mean you would love it.
That's you see what I just did there because she's part of Pretty Deadly and she's Trash Legend and pretty trashly.
Oh my God.
And then we they'll be celebrating with the trashing out segment, and then you got one guy go. I had not forgotten about that, by the way. but besides that, how'd you feel? How did you feel about that? When she did that, by the way?
I thought it was just stupid. The whole Sasha Banks. She's not like it's pretty much what I've heard before. It's like, oh, she's not fully black, so it doesn't count. It's like the same thing with The Rock.
Yeah. People said about The Rock too.
Since he's half black, half Samoan, so they always say it doesn't count. It's like it's just I never liked that. It's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess if let's see, what's anything else on it? Oh yeah, what tends to when I Raw, Dexter Lumis.
Yep.
Did you see that part where Dexter Lumis showing up?
Yeah. Oh, when he was under the ring. Dude, that looked like a meme, but I would imagine they probably make memes about that already. Like, dude, bro, like,
I couldn't help but laugh at that.
Dude, that was comedy gold, bro. Oh man, Dex Slims is great. Oh man, it's great, man. Dex Slims is great.
And that led to Bobby Lashley getting the win because Miz was so distracted and so traumatized of.
Yeah, he was so scared. He was like, no, I don't want to get out. I don't want to get out.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I didn't know it was the main event, by the way. Oh wow, that's a wait a minute, but is this the main event? Because I was thinking to myself,
yeah, that was the main event. Yeah.
Okay, it's the main event because I didn't watch live at the time. I was at work on that day, so I watched on the download, and I'm like, okay, it's the main event. I was like, hey, not bad main event though. It was a good match between those two.
Yeah, it was a good match. Okay.
So yeah, Dexter Lumis, we still don't know why he's targeting the Miz. I don't know what is what's his issue with the Miz is. We still don't know. We don't know what.
Maybe he hates Miz and Mrs. So he's trying to destroy the Miz to get rid of it. I hate that show. I hate this channel.
Well, what were the reasons? Well, now obviously I don't know if we're ever gonna maybe he'll write it on a piece of paper, maybe he'll draw it, which is gonna be an artist of what the real reason is. I don't know. Who knows? But it's of all people, he's targeting is the Miz, and I guess it's something for the Miz to do. I guess.
I don't know what you did, but you're making Dexter Lumis angry.
Well, at least Tommaso Ciampa. Actually, did Tommaso Ciampa see that part with Dexter Loomis?
I don't know
I-
if he saw it. I don't
I don't-
remember
I-
if he saw it.
Yeah, I don't remember if he did or not, but actually, he ends up helping, Dexter Loomis out when Miz tried to escape, and then like, oh no, where the you're going?
Yeah.
Oh man, so now obviously this program, this whole thing with Dexter Loomis talking to Miz and all that, whatever the reason is obviously at the end of the day it's going to lead to a match.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's going to be the Miz basically facing his fears.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's that going to lead to? Pertains to Tommaso Ciampa, if he's going to leave the Miz, where eventually he will leave the Miz. They could do something better with him. Not saying this is a downgrade. I mean, in a way, I can't think it is a downgrade for him, but Ciampa is making it work in a way. But at the same time, like, it's a little cringy, when they got their own pictures of each other, with the whole the whole necklace thing.
Come on, they're best friends. Come on.
Yeah, terrible, man, terrible. But I could do without that. But
yeah,
I could do without that. But and for a reason, Tommaso Ciampa he's got glitter all over his body. It's not too much, but it's like, what? Why you got glitter on you? What's going on here? First we see Austin Gunn in AEW, wearing glitter on his body, for a reason, and now we're seeing Tommaso Ciampa. Like, what is going on? What is this, like? We're on glitter on your body day.
Maybe Miz gave him some. Maybe Miz said it's good for you. I don't know.
I never seen Shawn Michaels do that in the past, but
Maybe
whatever.
But
yeah, that's to continue on. Also pertains to Raw, Damage Control. They confronted. I mean, they confronted. They basically was you're bragging about winning, and then Bianca Belair coming out and basically talking about how you didn't beat me. It took all of you to beat me, which it was true.
Yeah.
Not much happened on that. Other than they teased they were gonna beat her up, and then it's like, nope, we're not gonna be taking care of you right now, but we'll take it. And basically saying that next week on Raw, Io Sky and Dakota Kai will face the tag team champions. Hopefully they'll win it this time, but but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it will.
It's either
I don't know. We have to wait and see.
It's either they're gonna win it or they're probably gonna save it for Extreme Rules. Either way, I think something's gonna happen. So.
Well, whatever happens, let's just hope they pin the right person this time, and hopefully Aliyah gets to do more than just lay there. By the way, I was disappointed that she didn't slap her ass, when they did the entrance.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she slapped her back, but
Yeah, because the whole they are showing her dimples, and how strong her muscle, her back muscle looks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not sure. Oh yeah, they said something about John Gargano. He's gonna make his debut next week on Raw.
Yeah, he's gonna make his in-ring debut next week. Yeah,
about time.
I can't wait. You already know, I'm gonna be hyped.
And they're still building this whole thing with between him and Ace Austin. I mean, Ace Austin. Austin Theory. No, folks. Ace Austin did not make his Raw debut. I don't think he wants to go to WWE, but maybe he does. But for right now, he's all with Bullet Club.
Yeah, and they might set up a match for Extreme Rules.
Oh yeah, Virginia Studio.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, Austin Theory and Kevin Owens had their match, and obviously Austin Theory came out, talked about he had a messed up draw. We cut that promo, by the way. He messed up same Money in the Bank, but I thought he saved it by pertains to his draw. Like and they turned the cross
Yeah,
shut up and all.
he did save it. Yeah, because he botched, but like he saved it. It's like, shut up, my jaw's broken. I can't think straight.
Yeah. I thought he did good. That was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, just with that alone, that's enough to show he's got potential. And he definitely is the future of this business.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's when Kevin Owens came out. And he's like, "Oh wait, you got your name Austin back. Hey Austin."
Oh my, yeah. I was like, oh my god, really? What are you, Triple H now with the whole Kofi Kingston? What happened to your accent?
Aren't you supposed to be just Theory? What happened to? Yeah.
Oh my god, but yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, also he also said, "Yo, you got knocked out, and then you got across the train. You got knocked out, and then he's like, you got KO. Like, you see what I did there? Yeah." And like,
yeah, I remember he said that. Yeah, you got KO'd. You see what I did there?
And I'm like, oh my god, I didn't laugh, but like I was like, oh my god, like, and then he had the cross channel, you got KO, and like, oh great, listen to these sheeps now.
That was great.
Yeah, that was great though. Oh man, but yeah, yeah, and obviously they did the back and forth in a way, and Kevin Owens, really showcasing his promos once again, and it led to that match, and I thought the match was good, and especially that spot. By the way, I never saw a spot done like that before. But Kevin Owens back of his head hitting that the steel steps there, the way that Austin Theory did to him, like holy shit.
Yeah, because I saw because I saw he did something, and like Kevin Owens was like he was holding his head like. Because I think he was heading the steps. He's like, ooh, he's that didn't look, that looked pretty painful.
I thought the way it was done, I thought was well done there. Because otherwise, it would end up looking pretty bad. If it went the wrong way, gone wrong, I should say.
Yeah.
But Austin Theory, man, he's that damn good. Yeah, as I knew he would be, because I remember seeing him on Evolve, where he was the main champion, and this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, because I remember that NXT they would do like some events, with Evolve, and I think that's where I first saw Austin Theory in Evolve. So that was my introduction to him, and then they brought him into NXT. And he was doing some matches, whatever. And then I remember that's when he aligned himself with Johnny Gargano. That's when he was really well when he went to the main roster. During the pandemic, with Seth Rollins, and Murphy. That's how I really remember seeing him. But then when he came back to NXT and he was doing stuff with Johnny Gargano, yeah, that's when I really got to see more of them. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, man, I don't know when that time will come for Austin Theory. But to me, he's not ready for that that spot yet. And on top of that, we still got other guys that should be to be up in line, at the Roman Reigns, like Cody Rhodes. And again, it depends how what they do with the belts. Are they going to split them up again? But we'll find out when we get to when we get around there. So
yeah,
especially when Triple H is playing having new designs for the main roster belts, and maybe also for the NXT ones too. Since to how it was how the NXT UK belts have been unified. So wait and see.
I hope so, man.
Either way, I'm looking forward to how they're gonna do it. I hope they will get rid of the big W because
I'm great, yeah.
Because I never liked it. I thought it was an ego driven by Vince McMahon because nothing is bigger than the WWE. Yeah.
I didn't mind it at first. I didn't mind it at first for the WWE Championship, and But once they started pretty much using the when they started using that design for almost like every belt, like the women's titles and Universal Championship, I was over it.
Even
Yeah.
even with the Universal belt, yeah.
Yeah, it was just I was kind of over it, man. I didn't want to see it no more.
If they wanted to, to have the red strap for the Universal belt, which it would have been fine, because it was put before Raw. At least do a design, that doesn't resemblance to your current WWE championship belt that was on SmackDown.
Yeah, because look what AEW did. When with TNT Championship, they had a red strap and it looked good. When it was finished, it looked pretty good.
And there's a reason why it wasn't finished too, because it was during around the pandemic, that but they couldn't do much.
Yeah, I know why. Yeah,
which I was calling that at the time the incomplete TNT Championship.
Yeah,
that's basically what it was, and that was basically Rose belt before after they show the real how the belt looks, and then as being Bro Lee's belt, because not because he ends up being the champion and just ends up you're doing great things with it, but then and unfortunately with some unfortunate passing that ended up being belong to his son.
Yeah.
So and then you see how Miro made how the belt look what he wanted, and then with Scorpio Sky.
Yeah.
And then you see the TNT belt right now with Warlow, which is back to being the black strap.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but the point is, the Universal belt should have been a lot more better than what it should have been, and that's still, even though Roman Reigns got the belt right now and it's not a blue strap, I still to this day don't like that. The look of that belt.
Yeah, man, they gotta get rid of the big W design. It's just not it anymore.
No, it's not. You want to talk about outdated? There's an example of outdated right now.
Yeah, pretty much. They gotta get rid of that, man.
By the way, hopefully when we get to SmackDown, which is later on tonight, what it seems to Sheamus, those crowds better give him a standing ovation.
I hope so. I hope they react to something.
After the performance Sheamus did overseas there, and then with him coming back to the States, they gotta show some love for this guy. Because it's been far too long for someone like Sheamus not getting the type of love that he deserves from the fans here.
I agree.
Hopefully he does get that. And if he doesn't, then these fans can go fuck themselves. That's how I feel. As a Sheamus fan, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else to talk about. It tends to because I think we're done with the talk about WWE stuff right now for now. But it tends to NXT not NXT something about AEW. I'm trying to remember if there's anything. Oh yeah, but it tends to AEW. When Tony Khan made that announcement, I didn't realize at first when all the reactions pertains to when he announcing about the belts being vacated, stripped from the original champions, that had been suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the crowds cheered for that. But before that, they also booed when they saw Tony Khan. Like, wow, it's how everything has changed now with everything that's been going on in AEW.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is, man. Like, and it also makes you think too, because they've been up for Arthur Ashe Stadium, for Grand Slam, I should say, at Arthur Ashe Stadium, which I still don't know if I'm going to be able to go or not, but I'll see if I could or not, but it depends on my situation. But anyways, it makes me wonder now. Taste to build up to it. After seeing All Out, because they pertains to the Acclaim getting a rematch against Swerve and Arguri. I'm thinking myself, are they going to do the title change on that night? Because because they didn't call an audible on All Out, especially with the reaction that the Acclaim was getting.
Yeah, because the claim was being held over.
It's going to be something. Once we get to it. I mean, I hope they do. It's good. If I'm going to be there, even if I don't be there, I sure hope they do. Because again, if they would have won at All Out, I wouldn't mind it. Because because I like the Acclaim.
Yeah, because pretty much the RT's in the heel turn was Swerve because he's been acting heelish. So
yeah. They're going right back to him being the heel, and I thought it was odd that he came out there and Keith Lee didn't come out and say, "Oh, what are you doing?" Or overall, he didn't come out there at all. Period. Like I think myself, I wonder if he's one of those guys that were upset about what happened at All Out.
Maybe
because he thinking himself, he can't he didn't come to a company where it tends to drop, get involved in these drama, which is why he's not it's one thing he got away with even though he was fired from the company because he had a bad attitude according to those WWE sources.
Yeah.
It's something to say about Bray Wyatt and Karrion Kross because they didn't like how they were how they speak up about their what we're trying to do with the other characters. How dare they?
How dare you?
And let's not forget, they said the same thing with Sasha Banks and Naomi. Check your attitude, whatever, blah blah blah. But anyways, but we'll see what happens. For Rampage later on. Now I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get home on time. I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be working later on. But either way, I'm not gonna watch SmackDown unfortunately. But then again, thank God I'm not gonna watch SmackDown live for me to sit through a Braun Strowman bullshit.
Oh,
but
you better shut up, Rockford. Get these hands.
So thank God I'll be watching the download. That way I can skip it. Get these hands.
Feed me more. I mean, get these hands.
But we'll see what they do for Rampage though. On lead up for after happening on Dynamite, especially with, after everything that with MJF showing coming back and addressing everything and being being basically a kiss ass and also turning her on 180. Man, I thought it was great though.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
But yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. Because I was thinking myself too. Because I'm hearing some people thinking to themselves, for Ultra Stadium at Dynamite Grand Slam. With the whole thing with Jade Cargill, like some people just talking about, will they do a rematch between those two from All Out for Grand Slam? And I say to myself, no. Don't even suggest that. Don't even think about that. Don't even bring that up into the conversation. She lost. Done.
Yeah, she's lost. She's done. Have someone else face her.
Have someone else face her and her continue her undefeated streak.
Dan needs to focus more on her character than get a championship right now. And
I'll give at the end of this, a chance to her look and all. Still can't get that. Why she won't act like a fallen goddess? Whatever that's supposed to be, whatever that's supposed to mean. But I will give her this. She looked at serious in a way. All Out, but that still didn't make me want to see her win
Yeah.
because you had the She-Hulk gain the win.
Yes. Yes, we did.
But I saw the full
Costume.
attire of it when before it was a photo on the shoot before she went out there, and like okay, I didn't realize half her face was green. I didn't know that because how I was seeing it
Yeah.
because how I was seeing it I couldn't see it that much but like okay that's either way it was cool and yeah about time she did the cosplay of She-Hulk because I've been going for that for God knows how long.
Yeah, because I've been saying that for a while now. Yeah, she make a good shoot.
Even well if she ends up being Catwoman for Halle Berry I'll see that eventually
Or Storm.
Or
yeah,
the Storm not she did the Storm the original one but the Storm I want to see is the one from from the anime series of X-Men from the 90s.
Yeah, the silver costume. Yeah.
Yes, with the cape.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I like that outfit too.
That would be something.
Yeah. All
right. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Do it. So
right.
Yeah. 3 minutes and there was 3,000 minutes. I'm gonna say. Now, unfortunately, when it pertains to our Debacle Gamer 85, I guess he couldn't show up, but hey, at least his presence was there. So in a way, when it pertains to the to being the Asylum episode 19 of the advertisement of this poster, he was still here in spirit with these comments. Basically,
right.
the who cares here was the whole Braun Strowman thing.
Yeah, he said he's wearing Thriller pants.
And yeah, I love the part that he brought Michael Jackson's pants because I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
I think it's great.
The red pants too. Like, get out of here with that. Like you were.
If this is Thriller. Get
Jeez.
these hands.
Get these hands. Yeah, he's doing karaoke night, singing that type of version of control your narrative and get these hands. But anyways, but yeah, there you go. But this is episode 19 of Being the Asylum, folks. And the next one will be episode 20. Whenever I'll set that up.
Double X.
And yes, double X. That was I'll be looking forward to him the most. So yeah, where it pertains to True J, Omega Red, CJ, and Spirit, Juggalo Gamer 85. For yours truly, yeah, this show was could have been a little better, but I thought it was a good time either way. But this is a sign off by saying peace on the streets to all you to be well, stay safe, take care of yourself that's going on in the world, and get ready to watch some SmackDown and Rampage later on, and we'll also I got some I got some ideas for my content to do where it pertains to doing a new show that's gotta have an idea. Instead of always bring up Raw, SmackDown, NXT where it pertains to having it on Being the Asylum where it tends to bring up topics because that would take too long for us to get to other type of topics and also to do fun topics. I got new content. I want to do new content where it tends to talk about those type of shows. Basically will be be about WWE. And about and maybe if by any chance I feel on top of our AEW Rampage, whatever, I'll include that and other wrestling too that I want to bring up too as well. Where it tends to any type of special wrestling event that took place. So So yeah, that we say for on this new show. I will that want to do. So that'll be to look forward to for everyone to check out. And then what tends to be in the sound moving forward, it'll be just about things topics, which you begin to talk about wrestling, but we're not gonna talk not involving the about where it pertains to going through any results or anything. Just discuss some things that pertains to wrestling news or wrestling angles or some to that degree, you know. And also pertains to pop cultures too and all. And again, pertains to if we do have time, we could do some fun topics, whatever. And also, do whatever else that we have in mind. So any additional thoughts before we sign off?
Not much. I'm just looking forward to SmackDown and Rampage.
Exactly.
Not much to say. Yeah.
There you go. So that being said, we're out here. Ta for now, and we'll see you next time for whenever we can. Again, pertains to Tuesdays. If we make a rest, it's going to do a live reaction for the 1 year anniversary of NXT 2.0. Will be available, but in case if it's not available, and in case I'm available, I'll let you guys. I'll basically let on the Asylum and Drew J and CJ know as if CJ is interested, because you know how you feel about NXT 2.0 when you first seen it, but who knows? Maybe he'll still join, just to hang out with us. But if I am available, I will definitely will do it, and I'll send the link, and yeah, so we'll see what happens on that time. So that being said, it's the natural scream thriller. Rest in peace to Daphne. As we all say, peace on the streets. Take care. This was episode 19 of Being the Asylum.